Boom, recording is up. Fly, Toad, what's up? Hey, can you guys check us? How's the volume? Can you hear the music and can you hear our voices okay? Everything looks to be alright, but I need you guys to let us know. I'm gonna turn mine down a little bit. Fly, Buck, Omni, Toad, one of them will let us know. Perfect, okay, cool. That's it.
Good, great, grand, wonderful.
No yelling on the bus, right?
Added everyone in the Discord.
There you go, man. Blow them up. Let them know. Let's get after it, all right?
New channel, who dis?
That's right, new channel, who dis? That's exactly right. All right, let's get the mic. All right, and we'll just start it up. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first ever live edition of The Loading Screen, a show where we discuss all things Monster Hunter. My name's Jin Fury. If this is your first time tuning in, I'll be 50% of your hosting duo today as we tackle a plethora of topics about one of the best video game series in the world. However, for now, let me turn it over to my heterosexual life mate, Phemeto, and he's going to talk a little bit about our guest.
Okay, thanks Papa Jin, and hey there Hunters. So today obviously we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. We don't usually do this live, but we are now because I got bored and wanted to do it live. And so today we also got the old Skoy School here to share drinks with us and talk about Monster Hunter and anything else that we drift off into. If you're not familiar with Skoy, he is a fellow Monster Hunter streamer, YouTuber, cosplayer, weeb, all of the above. So thanks for coming here.
Renaissance man, real Renaissance man.
Thank you guys for inviting me. I appreciate it. Well, hello everyone. My name is Skoy School, but call me Skull. I am a Monster Hunter variety caster on Twitch. I cover a lot of Monster Hunter content on YouTube, and I also run my own podcast, the Free 2 podcast with Jitsu and Fatalis. How y'all doing?
Her name change was pretty dope. I think that makes sense.
I like that. I like that.
I thought that was dope.
I am never gonna call her Fatalis ever.
We'll just call her Faye. I mean, but either way, like, it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense for the mantra.
Yeah, she really likes Fatalis now.
Everybody does. Everybody does.
Not a lot of the casual people. They certainly don't.
Are they people?
It stresses me out. Or like whenever the viewers ask me, it's like, "Hey, let's fight Fatalis." I'm like, "Sure."
It's not an easy fight. Okay,
no, it's fun though.
Would you prefer to fight Fatalis or Elatrion right now?
Knowing what you know now.
I don't know. I feel the same.
Really? Okay. Well, did you get your solo run in?
Maybe yeah.
For Elatrion, no. For Fatalis, yes.
Dude, oh my god, you got to get your Elatrion run in.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I think I said it in the video too. It's just like, Phemeto, I got you.
Say my name. Say my name.
Still waiting on it.
There it is. There it is.
Okay. So before we jump into a bunch of like the Monster Hunter chat, just wanted to talk to Skoy and get some questions for Skoy. If some people who are not familiar, they can catch up to. And I don't talk to Skoy a whole that often, so this is gonna be a good opportunity for me to catch up on all the Skoy lore. So
Skoy lore.
Get into that.
Nice. New coin term.
So Skoy, so you're a fiver. I think World was your first Monster Hunter game, right?
World was my first Monster Hunter. I literally never heard about the game before then.
Okay, so that's perfect because how did you hear about it? What made you jump into it? Because you did, and then you just fucking took off. You're doing all the content creation. You're doing everything for World. You are a Monster Hunter like person now. So
Blew it up.
How did that come to be?
I was streaming Overwatch at the time.
Oh wait,
and then
sorry, pause. Wait, forgot. We're supposed to talk about our drinks.
No, man, we'll talk about it later. Let's talk about ourselves. We're good. We'll chug beer in a minute. Just keep going.
All right, keep going.
So I was streaming Overwatch at the time, like a few years ago before Worlds came out, and then I met Coco through playing Overwatch, and then I saw Coco randomly streaming World when it came out, and I was like, "What is this game? Like, what is it about?" And then he said that this is gonna be the next big thing. Like, I would highly recommend getting into this and joining us for it. So I gave it a download, gave it a try. I couldn't get into it at first because it was like a very different playstyle for me because I'm so used to like FPS and all that. But eventually, like, I gave it a second shot and I started playing a lot more, and I met a lot of you guys through it too, which was amazing.
Okay, well, I mean, so you've known Coco for a pretty good amount of time then,
A minute and a half.
Yeah.
Maybe 5
Cool.
minutes even.
So you still play Overwatch, or you just like fully into Monster Hunter now?
Does anybody play
That's all
Overwatch,
right.
man? You know the answer to that question, bro.
I'm fully into like Monster Hunter pretty much at the moment. Like, but I still don't play. I don't play Overwatch. I uninstalled that game.
Good. That is the right choice.
I couldn't get into it. Like I tried getting back into it, I'm just like, nope, not feeling it.
It's hard getting into other games after you play Monster Hunter.
It is, but not only that though. But I'd rather not deal with like 6 people on the opposite team and then 5 people on my own team that I don't know yelling at each other. So I'm fine.
Yeah, I know. Playing with other people sucks, huh?
Not like that, but I meant like if you're fighting against each other, because there's always like people on your own team being, well, you should have done this. Why didn't you do that? Or the enemy being like, you suck, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna be in this corner.
That's my favorite time. That's my favorite.
So, and that's why I don't like those team-based games, but I also love Battlefield because with like 60 people on your team, I mean, you don't have to take orders from anyone. You just got to do your job. So, I miss Battlefield.
I come from the old EverQuest days, man. I'm used to 40 people in Ventrilo just screaming all kinds of gibberish shit, nobody knowing what the fuck's going on. Everyone's talking about shit coming. So like I'm all about that life, that chaos. Like, if there's ever an MMO again that's like 40 to 70 person, like extremely high level, high end raids, I would go in. I would quit every other game I'm doing, and I would go like, if they found a way to bring back like EverQuest, like I probably talk about this a lot, but games have gotten easier. Like in EverQuest,
100%.
In EverQuest, if you died, you lost experience, and if you didn't get back to your body within 3 real life hours, you lost all your items. Like, so this was a game developed over like getting items over the course of years, and like that's how serious death was in that game. Like I miss shit like that, dude. It was the best. Speaking of best, what are we drinking tonight, boys? I'll start off since I think I'm doing something fine. Jameson, the tastiest tonight. I'm going to do multiple shots. It's triple distilled, and I'm gonna try to throw up 3 times then to make it work as well. So that's my goal for the evening.
A lot of people think Jameson is like bad shit, but I actually really like Jameson.
Are they retarded?
A lot of people think it's like low tier trash. It's
They're
like,
stupid.
because it's relatively cheap, but it's like it's really good stuff.
It's delicious in every way.
Squay, what do you got over there?
I got some simple red wine, you know, the classic.
What kind of red wine?
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. You got red wine in a cuppy cup? You don't have like a wine glass?
A cuppy cup? But no, like it's like a glass. It's a glass.
It's like a whiskey glass.
All right, listen.
I know you like I know you like Jameson TSC. See, TSC has got good taste, man. He knows what's up.
I also tried Jameson.
It's
it's
good.
what's up. I'm also drinking red wine, but I started this earlier, so I'm gonna finish this. But this is a Cab Merlot Mourvedre blend. This is a 2008 from Paso, which I'm going to tomorrow to get more. And then once I run out of that, I got Sonoma smoked bourbon whiskey that I'm gonna be drinking too. So fun times.
Nice.
So that is what we're doing.
So here's the next question. Let's follow up real quick. Are we going into how much we're going to drink tonight? Because I noticed that you guys, I'm almost done with my drink. Like, should we just put it down real quick? Just put it down real quick. Just want to get it slight.
Yeah.
Just slide.
Pound
Put
it.
it down.
Get
Put it down.
me one.
Just put it down. Oh, thank you, Anna.
Good and that.
Thank you, sweetheart.
And I'm not allowed to drink.
No.
I'll get it for you. I'll buy it for you. I'll get you the unicorn. Later. I love you.
It's so sweet.
Gin is the family man. It's
I
Papa
do what I
Gin.
can. Oh, alright, we're fine.
Exposed.
Yeah.
We know where you live now.
It's not a pickle jar, it's a mason jar. This ain't a pickle jar. What the fuck? Pickle jar? What kind of hillbilly you think I am? What the hell?
You know, I have seen people who pound tequila and pickle juice.
I drink that. Not like a chug, but like using it to chase. Like you can drink a whole bottle of tequila with pickle juice as a chaser and not even realize how drunk you are.
Are you guys a fan of pickle juice? Like the after you eat the pickles, you just drink the pickle juice?
No.
You know what? I don't hate pickle juice. I don't think I'd ever go out of my way to just drink the jar of pickle juice. But you can totally, you can just chase it with stuff, and that would probably be fine. Get that tang.
Yeah. Very distinct taste.
Okay, so I guess we can continue on. So, Skoy, so you started doing Monster Hunter stuff and doing all the content creation, YouTubing, podcasting, streaming, everything. Were you intimidated at all getting into that? Like just starting a whole new game, and how are you feeling about it now compared to where you actually started?
I feel like I would be more nervous now, digging into other games. But when I switched from playing, I played a lot of Call of Duty Zombies before I switched over to Monster Hunter World, and it's like night and day with the community. But
Because there isn't one.
But there was a zombies community, but it was just like it was a lot of trolls and people like some requesting like let it go every 10 minutes. It was great.
Yeah, because everyone that plays Call of Duty is 12.
But yeah, no, it was I adjusted to it, and it was a lot of fun to play Monster Hunter World. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And then, but yeah, the adjustment now is kind of just like Monster World's still the main game, and then I'm just playing other games on the side. Like I'm playing like Dark Souls 3 right now for playing it through by myself for the first time.
Do you play Souls games often? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine. I don't play
How
it too often.
dare you?
I interrupt people way too much.
Bro, we're drinking on a live cast. We're gonna interrupt. There's probably gonna be a delay that's gonna cause that alone, brother. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was just saying, since you're branching out to other games, I think a lot of people are doing that, especially Monster Hunter players, because there's always that lull between games, especially because everyone just really wanted to take a break from Iceborne. So I mean, it's cool to branch out. Are you thinking about like branching out to do like another game more like serious than Monster Hunter, or are you just doing stuff while you wait for Rise?
Like even when Rise comes out, I feel like I would still branch out to different games. Like I'm playing Genshin Impact semi-seriously.
Gross.
Like
I'm the only guy in the world not playing that game.
I
Everyone's
love
playing
that game. It's been an itch. It's
A
been
lot
an
of
itch.
people like that game.
it.
Yeah.
Everyone's on that game.
Because it's just like I used to play the Naruto Ninja Storm games, and I love those games. And then this Genshin Impact came out, and I was just like, the moves and everything were super anime and like explosions and everything. I'm just like, this is for me. I want to get into
It's a
it.
game for you. It's
Yeah.
100%. I don't know,
Hell
just I've never like nothing about that game has appealed to me because I'm not into.
Yeah.
Well, the art style is fine. I never liked Breath of the Wild, and everyone compares it to that a lot. And I'm like,
Because it
Don't
was
care
stolen
for
from
that.
Breath of the Wild.
yeah, and like I don't like gotcha games, and I don't like waifu games. So like, there's like no part about that game that just does anything for me.
That's
So-
totally fine.
I'd rather spend my money on weed than doing that digital currency roll. You know, like for me, like I'd rather just be high because I think I'll get a little bit more excited. There's too much, dude. I've seen people sink like thousands of dollars into that game, like
Well, yeah.
thousands, like into that.
In what game?
In Genshin.
Genshin. Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, it's absurd.
I can't. I don't understand to that extent, like how people can like sink in like thousands of hours.
Well, it's the
into it.
people who like gambling. That's what those games are for.
Yeah, I just like I don't. I need to figure out different ways to like really grind up different things because I'm still very new to it. So like, there's a lot for me to understand. Because there's a lot. There's like, oh, you could get this. More things to get gamble later
You
on.
know, Honey Hunter does Genshin stuff too now. If you want to look up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So anyone that's out there that's doing Genshin Impact stuff, Honey Hunter, who did all the world set builders and tools and all that stuff, has a spin-off site for Genshin Impact with all the data mine info, all the shit you can ask for.
Tuna and
So-
Jinx do all that stuff too.
Yeah, that's true. Tuna and Jink are also doing videos now for Genshin, so a lot of Monster Hunter people split off for that, but that's fine.
Water ran dry, man. The well ran a little bit dry, dude. Like, I mean, you know, Iceborne only held everyone for so long. Eventually, someone was gonna start scooping us up.
Well, I think it's a lot of it had to do with because like we were still playing World up until like Iceborne came out, like because they kept like dragging all the event quests behind like for so long that there was like no gap between World and Iceborne, and so it was like for 3 straight years that is all we've been doing, and yeah, we just petered out after a while.
Dude, yeah, like yeah, 3 years of just straight like Monster Hunter content for like World. That is insane.
Yeah.
That is like, have we had that before with the previous games? I don't know.
Not really. I mean, most Monster Hunter games like they come out every other year for the most part. Like literally every other year a game comes out, and there's usually a pretty big gap. So like, I mean, as far as like content goes, like Iceborne was just World with Clutch Claw basically. But you're talking about going from like 3U to 4 to 4U. 4 and 4U are totally different. And then 4U to Gen, which was a crazy. And then GU, which is, again, another huge jump. But, yeah, I don't know. World and Iceborne didn't seem to be all that different. Like, we got some new monsters, but most of it was returning. So there wasn't a whole lot of new stuff, it felt like.
Gotcha.
Like, I was going to say something else, but I can't. Oh! So, okay, after you play Dark Souls, you gotta play Salt and Sanctuary.
You've been hyping that one up, man. You just want everyone on that game. It's a 2D
Anyone
one.
that plays the Souls game, I have to tell them to play Salt and Sanctuary.
What is that?
Cuphead
it's
or
done
Soul?
by
Cuphead or Soul first?
Cuphead.
You gotta give the gun Cuphead, bro.
But
Cuphead.
Salt and Sanctuary is done by like a two-person studio team. It's a indie game. It's a 2D platformer Souls game. So it's kind of like a Metroidvania Souls game.
Okay.
And it's fucking awesome. I love that game. I have like several hundred hours into that game. It's really, really good. So I mean, if you like Souls games and you like Metroidvania games, play it. And it's like $5. You can get it anywhere. It's on
Very cool
PS4,
enemies.
it's on PS5, it's on Switch. It's on Switch even. It's on PC.
Wow.
Everywhere.
I'll
Yeah.
check it out. You're gonna have to send me that later because I'll
Yeah.
definitely take a look at it.
Salt and
Love
Sank, Salt and Sank. You know, Scotch,
That's
you know, like I said, Fem was talking about how much like you've really come into it. You know, really blowing it up on pretty much all the categories since you kind of opened up and showed up on the scene. When you went through it, you know, a lot of people want to do this. You want to just share some of your experiences, what it was like getting into it. You know, that first couple weeks, months, videos, however you want to base that, you know, that chronological time frame. Why don't you just talk about what you were feeling on making that big jump into like, hey, I'm going to be a content creator for Monster Hunter. You know, how did you feel going through that as a person?
I've always wanted to get into it and everything. There was like I've always had the dream to create content, like live stream or create videos on Twitch and or on video YouTube and everything. But I don't know. It was definitely like when I got my first. I don't know if I'll call it viral, but like the Safijiva video was what really blew up my channel. I reacted to it and then I uploaded it right away. No one even really knew what the name was for the monster, and that video blew up to like 70,000 views. So I was just like, okay, this is going somewhere.
that Monster Hunter hype, man.
Yeah. And then I've been known as the reaction guy, I guess, because a lot of Japanese channels or other Asian channels have been like taking my footage and posting on their own channels. So it was really interesting to see that. I've never
you were
had that
doing
experience.
reaction videos and stuff way before World. That is like your thing, kinda.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I reacted to like the new Naruto content and stuff. I'm trying to slowly not step away from reaction stuff, but like try to explore other content.
Right, branch out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You gonna do this
But-
full time? You think this is like what you want to do, or I mean, you're young, so you still got like your whole life ahead of you for whatever outside of COVID. But you think this is something you want to chase?
I would love to, yeah. I'm doing stuff with like clothing now, and I've been like with trying to do Twitch and then also manage YouTube and everything as well. I have an editor now too, so I'm trying to manage everything. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. So,
You could be
because
done, man.
you still have a job right now, right? You're just doing this more of as a hobby for the time being.
Do you think that you've
Yeah.
gone through like, have you thought about like what hurdles you're gonna start seeing? I mean, you've been doing it for a while now. You've had some decent videos. Have you thought about like the big problems that that you might see coming down your way?
Like, what kind of problems do you mean?
I don't know,
like,
keeping yourself fresh.
Consistency.
I mean, yep.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Let's see. Yeah. I've like even exploring new platforms like TikTok or something like that, because like people have exploded off of that platform through gaming. And
Did you know you could stream off TikTok?
yeah, it's very interesting. You can stream off of TikTok.
Yeah, I
And-
didn't know that. I saw some people doing it the other day.
Yeah, so you can like set up your OBS so that it can broadcast through TikTok. I think the only thing you need is 1,000 followers on TikTok, which can be easily obtainable.
Yeah, you throw a couple feet pick out there and you're good to go.
Oh. The Swedish feet. I don't know who wants to see that. But then again, you know what? There's got to be someone who wants to see those Swede toes, baby. Trust me, somebody wants it.
I was just for whatever reason, I was just thinking somebody out there has to have a fucked up phone where they're typing in Swedish fish and it
Yeah.
autocorrects to Swedish feet, And then Squisco pops out.
Let's go. Oh my goodness. That would be very odd.
You know, Wyverian brings up something, you know, it's big, just burnout in general. I think, you know, a lot of people, I think that there's probably a ton of people that come up to me and they ask me all the time, how do you, you know, do double days, stuff like that. Have you thought about, you know, the drain on what it would be, you know, to do it at that level, to go in all the time? You know, it's just a fun conversation to think about, like, I'm going to now commit 40 to 60 to whatever hours. I mean, Fem, when you were going at it hardcore too, you know the demand it takes. It can be more than a 40-hour-a-week job for sure, you know, Scotch. As you're looking at that, you've already got like some of the pillars made out where you've had like, you know, a hit and, you know, you've got the idea and the flow going for it. But the big pressure, dude, like, is going to be the big burnout. Have you thought about how you're going to deal with that?
I've dealt with burnout a few times where I would consistently play Monster Hunter World like it used to be almost 5-6 days a week I would stream it.
Sure.
And that was like a little overwhelming, a little lot, especially when I think world content was starting to slow down before Iceborne came out, and I was just like, guys, I can't play this all the time. This is kind of hitting me hard. But I don't know. It's like I guess the big thing would be not to be afraid to explore other content. Maybe like ease into it, like start streaming Monster Hunter and then switch over to a different game. Kind of introduce your audience to like a different genre or like the similar style of game, and be like, see, this is not too bad. Like that would be like other ways to kind of go about it, I guess. Even take breaks. That's important too.
So you can't just play the same game for years and years and years, unless like you're playing games that like actually get updated, like Warframe or Path of Exile or stuff. Those change. But playing Monster Hunter for 3 straight years with very minimal changes along the way, I mean, yeah, burnout is for everyone. Also, Squid, are you more introverted or extroverted? Because like my problems with streaming and doing it for full time is that talking to people and socializing just drains me. I get so fucking tired that I just stop. I just don't want to do it anymore. So I have to take like long breaks from streaming and doing stuff. Is that something you have to deal with, or are you more of an extroverted person where you enjoy and get energy out of talking to people and hanging out?
I consider myself like an extrovert with an introvert recharge.
X, Y, and Z. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I work at Amazon, and so like one of my main roles is that I'm a higher position than like the usual associates there, so I would make sure
in the warehouse.
No, I am in the warehouse, but like I'm making sure everyone's kind of doing their thing. I'm going around. I'm still working the same position as they are, but if they have any questions, I can help answer them. But yeah, so like I definitely like right after work, I get home, I'm just like I'm just going straight to my room. I'm not gonna talk to anyone. But
I get that.
Yeah, there's definitely like socializing, and then like I get back, and then just like no socializing. Gotta pass out, recharge.
I think I must have had like a way different experience of you guys at work, because like I hated everybody that I worked with because I worked retail for so long. So like all I want to do when I come home is I want to be fucking friends with everybody. That's it. Like I literally had customers yelling at me, spitting in my face, going fucking buck wild, trying to take $1,000 devices. But like all I want to do is just be friendly with everybody. So I think that's probably why I got into the Monster Hunter community, because if you do it at the level that, you know, Monster Hunter demands, like you can really develop some real relationships, friendships, stuff like that. Like I know that sounds kind of corny and maybe a little bit odd to say, but like that's really why I got into Monster Hunter. It's a good place to like meet people and for like-minded stuff, because it's a good way to talk about just ice-breaking stuff, to kind of get into things, because you never know, man. I mean, COVID's going on right now, right? So like nobody has any social interaction, and the little social interaction you have, you're fucking it up because you haven't had experience with it for the past couple months. You're saying the wrong thing. I mean, that's the reality of it. No one wants to talk about it, but like that's usually what's fucking going on. I myself have made multiple mistakes. I really like the
blunt, just blow it in their face.
Exactly. I really like this game for that community aspect of it, because no matter what community you're in, I think there's probably a million Monster Hunter communities, there's not a bad one. Does that make
No.
sense? Like, there's one for everybody. Like, there's like, I mean, there might be one bad one that I can think of off the top of my head, but like the rest of them are all really, really good. And that's just a good thing to have going on. Like, that's a good thing. Like, like-minded individuals. You don't gotta all think, in the same path and stuff like that. But like when you have a group of people hanging out doing the like-minded stuff, I don't know. Usually good stuff comes from that. So I thought it was a wonderful place for growth. I thought it was a wonderful place for just kind of camaraderie. And if you really go to the high level, like the stuff that we come from, Fem, the speedrunning aspect of it, like it's a very competitive environment because this game demands the utmost attrition. Like, people don't understand what speedrunning this game is like. It's not like speedrunning other games. The idea of, well, you gotta farm for AI, they don't know what that means. They literally don't understand what that means, you know what I mean? Like, it can get so difficult at times. This game can be fucking difficult to do what you want to do if you really want to talk about it. That's why a lot of the player base is like, oh, I can play however I want. I could have 7+ defense and just run around with Sport Buff Expert against Elatrion. Like, okay, sure, you can. you can, I guess. Hey, what's up, Arm? How you doing?
It's also a little interesting because I think Monster Hunter, its community in general, is just so damn tight. Like, everybody knows everybody. And anything you say and anything you do, everyone's gonna know about it. I feel like we're all in like the same fucking school, and like everyone has different classes, but that word spreads around, man. People just know everyone, and I don't think a lot of games are like that. So yeah, I think getting into like the whole Monster Hunter thing, I think can be daunting at first, but I think people really open up because just the community is just there, unlike most other games, I feel.
I regret at least half of the stuff I've done in the Monster Hunter community. At least half. Like, if I could go back and not do half of the things, I think I'd be in so much of a better spot. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I won't even front. Like, the community is so dope. Like, if you're good to the community is good to you. For the most part. For the most part. Like, I gotta say that with like an asterisk, because there's some things, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a couple things. But for the most part, no. For the most part, they're good. I would say they respect talent. That's not really accurate because of. You know what? Never mind. I know where I was going with this. I just like everything. We'll just leave it at that. On to the next one.
Okay. You're gonna be the no salt allowed kind of person. Only good positive comments.
Well, dude, I don't want to just degrade into like. Listen, man. We don't need to get into it. Like, we don't. There's enough crazy stuff going on.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We could save that for the salt podcast. So.
Oh, dude, we'll do the salt podcast. The salt.
No,
edition.
you're not on it. We already. No. It's me, Deva, and TSC.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be a train wreck.
That sounds like literally the worst podcast I've ever heard of in my entire life.
No, it'll be amazing.
In terms of the community and everything, I definitely feel like this is like by far one of the best communities I've ever seen. That is Monster Hunter, and like I don't know, I just haven't really jumped into another community that's been like that, where even like they're very welcoming to like new players and new people, and it's very nice to see. It's very like a new person comes in and like all the players have been playing for like 2,000 hours are just like, yo, let me help you, I want stuff to do, kind of thing. And it's always nice to see.
Yeah, because like all the people who've been playing forever play because of like two things. Like, they like to hunt, and so an excuse to hunt something, great, let's grind you some gear, let's grind decorations, let's do whatever, because they just want to fucking play. But then also, every person that's halfway decent at the game wants everyone else to be as good as they can be too. Like, they just want to see people improve and learn and better themselves. And so I think a lot of the people who have bigger followings and do maybe not necessarily speed runs, but who play a lot and like play with their followers and their chats and stuff, like Moko and Faye and you and everyone else, they just want people to play with and get better and watch them grow. And they're like little hunter fledglings. They're just watching them grow up. And I think that's what most people end up doing.
That's awesome. Not a bad thing.
No, that's like, I don't know how many other communities are like that, but that's all the Monster Hunter community is. We want to hunt with people and watch them get better.
I think that's why we've had so many conversations on this podcast about like freaking out when people don't want to get better. You know what I mean? Because that's the most frustrating thing for me. This game is so goddamn fun, and there's just still so many times that you see just a conversation pop up and you're like, why is this conversation happening right now? This conversation shouldn't be existing still after 15 years of this game going on. So I don't know, man. I really appreciate this game for the eye-opening stuff it does, because every time there's a new strat that comes through, every time there's something that new that was discovered, it really gets kind of spread throughout the community. And then there's like hype behind it, praise behind it, and that kind of fuels the next one. So I think that's why the droughts are so bad for us, because we can find ways to really make this game the best. You know what I'm saying? They give us the vehicle and then we kind of drive it however we want to drive it. It's super, super awesome. We just got to keep that content coming, and that's why I'm pretty excited for Rise. You know, that roster that got leaked it's pretty big. It's pretty big. And
I haven't
everything
actually seen the Rise roster, so.
Huh?
I haven't seen it, so.
Oh, it's pretty big. It's pretty good, man. It's not like 183 monsters or whatever we're hoping for, like in stories, but it looks pretty sizable. Looks to be like 40 to 60, like decent ones. So.
Wait, really? As a base game?
That's what it
It's
looks
gonna
like.
have that many? Because I think
Wow.
World launched with like 33 or something.
I don't
So-
want to know any spoilers in terms of like what monsters are coming out, but that's
Yeah,
actually
yeah. I
really
didn't want to know either, because I want to know what the new monsters are. Oh, bro, all the new monsters look fucking fantastic, but
cool. Oh, they look amazing.
a number count is good to know. Because if we're getting
Magnum
double
Mallow.
what World launched with, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Magnum Mallow. I thought he was an elder for the longest time, and then
He
people were
is-
like, no, he's not an elder.
He's just a Fanged Wyvern?
Yeah,
Really?
Really?
he's not. He's not an elder.
So
I
you can
was just
trap
like-
him? Huh.
I guess so. Bro, it's like insane. I was just like, he's not an elder. He has like such like an elder presence.
Well,
I
yeah,
thought
he's
he was
like
for
he's
sure.
like Nergigante almost. Like
Yeah.
he was beefy.
I thought he was the flagship.
Yeah.
Aren't they always
Well,
like the last kind of?
No, they're not always, because like Seregios was the flagship for 4U, and
Okay.
Brachydios and Laggy were 3 and 3U. So they're not always elders.
How y'all drinks doing?
Oh, and Glav's whatever flagship for Gen, so he wasn't an elder. Oh,
Put it down.
I
Put
don't
it
have any
down.
left.
Chug it. Slight. Slight. Chug it. Chug it. Chug it. Chug it. Fuck
Go
it.
for it.
alright, fine.
All right.
Chugging wine's not good.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Where were we?
So with Rise just around the corner, though, what are everyone, not just Skoy and Jin, what is everyone's like final thoughts on World? What was your favorite part about World and Iceborne, and your least favorite part? And how do you want to sum up your experiences with that game?
That for me, or just for everyone
Any
in
of us,
general?
bro. Any of us.
Everyone.
Oh, okay. Like how I want the full experience to be, like when going into that game.
No, what's your favorite?
Well,
Like,
no,
what's-
like,
what
your-
have you enjoyed the most out of World and
Like
Iceborne?
your review. Yeah. What
Sorry.
was your least favorite parts about it? Your most favorite parts about it? Anything like
Of World.
World and Iceborne? Yeah.
World and Iceborne. Okay.
Okay.
I guess my least favorite would probably be. Everyone complains about Clutch Claw. I guess Clutch Claw. I don't.
Shocker.
Shocker. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it was probably Clutch Claw because I feel like it kind of gets. There are many weapons that kind of like go into it fluidly. I think Hammer is one of those weapons that kind of go into it like, and during the combination you could just like use your Clutch Claw and it continues it.
Oh, and then later down the line, when they changed DB and Sword and Shield, they also got fluid claw attacks too, which is really nice.
And then, yeah, there's some weapons that do have like fluidity. Like I think Dual Blades has it too, and Sick Lave, like when you're in the air and you can Clutch Claw into the monster while you're in the air. Yeah, Sword and Shield, like you said, like you can kind of go into it. There are some weapons that do that, but there are a few that are just like it feels like it's a little out of the way. But the things that I really love about Monster Hunter, aside from the community, is definitely the, gosh, I don't know. It's hard to say, but like definitely hunting the monsters and kind of like learning how they work, especially when a new one comes out. Like when Elantrian came out, everyone had the hardest time trying to figure out like, what it was that made him like what he's weak against and what to really use against him.
Yeah, you gotta learn the fight. It was
Yeah.
a totally different fight.
Gotta learn to do damage.
Oh,
Is that really different
Yeah.
than any other fight in the game, though? That's the real question.
Shut up, Jin. You haven't even fought Elatria.
I did fight him.
Did you beat him?
No.
We don't gotta talk about that. I fought him.
As a support. But yeah, it was like when I first, especially when first fighting Latrian and everything, it took us like a very, like the group I usually record with, it took us a very long time to really understand the fight and really get him, and we couldn't like beat him. And later on, someone else came in and was just like, this thing is weak to different, not just different elements, but specific elements. So we kind of used that, and we're just like, oh, okay, so if he's fire, use ice, and if he's ice, use fire, kind of thing. And we kind of used that and kind of like learn how to fight against it. And it was really nice it was really cool to experience that. And like not having like a guide prepared for you, being like, this is how you fight him. You kind of
Everyone had to go in blind. You just figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Jin, what about you?
My favorite experience was easily meeting everybody. There's no doubt, man. Like this game's great, right? Like this game is dope. There's no doubt about that. But like the people I've met, like that's it, man. Easily, dude. Like the fact that I know you, man. The fact we went to Evo together. Like, do you see what I'm saying when I talk about like how this game like opened up doors, dude? Like it's fun. We can talk about Nergigante being one of the coolest monsters in the game. Easily. In any game. Nergigante is the shit. Nergigante has lore, everything about Nergigante is awesome. You can put him in any game. You can put him in a Dark Souls game, it's fucking incredible. But I really do think that the most important, my favorite thing was just meeting everybody. I know I've had a wild time, but getting to know everyone, man. There's so many different people that play this game. Different people. You see what I'm saying? Like different people. And I like that. I think I told you before, I play this game to kind of escape reality and like meet new people, become friends. I love everything set up about this. I do think that, my favorite part, I don't think it's ever going to say that it wasn't Aerial. I think Aerial Greatsword was the most fun thing that's ever existed in almost any video game, to be honest with you, because it completely threw everything else in the game like to the dumpster. Like the last time I saw something as broken as Aerial Greatsword was Thunder God Sid in Final Fantasy Tactics, if that makes sense for anybody. There's never been something that was
6 people will get that.
like maybe like 6 people who play the game will get it, but like there literally has never been a thing that has been more broken in a video game than Aerial Greatsword. And I had to run that into the ground as much as I possibly could. Like they should have removed that day one. Like I didn't want them to, but like it had to go. Like it was too good. It was too fucking good. So
how about the temporal mantle though?
Dude, you don't need a mantle.
That thing into oblivion.
You don't need a mantle with Aerial Greatsword. You literally don't need anything. Like back in base world.
In general.
Oh well, temporal's stupid.
Yeah, base game temporal was just ridiculous.
Broken. People call it the streamer mantle because like people
It is a
put it on.
mantle.
Yeah, they just be like, oh, thank you for the raid, and just like.
Yeah, you have like a minute of you can do whatever. It doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
you can't die for a whole minute.
Oh my god. Dude, the
It was
best.
the best.
Temporal, I forgot, you're right. Temporal mantle made you look good. Like it was like the I look good, the streamer mantle. You're right. It was like, oh yeah, I can get hit, just backflip out of shit like every time.
Yeah.
Literally no
And then-
inputs. You got the input little thing in the corner. It just shows nothing being popped on. You guys like.
And then like in the Iceborne when they nerfed it, we're like, okay, we understand, but can we keep it?
Oh my god. God.
I mean, it was still good in Iceborne, but yeah, you got like 2 or 3 hits out of it. That was about it. But that's totally fair.
I think
Oh,
if
yeah,
mantles
totally
were,
fair.
I think if mantles were anything but like a physical mantle, if they were anything else, I think no one would have a problem with them. If they were just like a potion, like I'm not even kidding you, I literally don't think anybody would give a shit. If it was a
it's just like
potion
any
to do
drug.
it. Yeah, literally, like it was like anything else, nobody would care. But because the way that they implemented it in the game, so you only, which again, they could have just limited the usage to 1 per whatever. I really think that people wouldn't have a problem with it. I think that got blown out of proportion big time because those mantles were supposed to be used for things that you can't normally do. You know what I mean? And people just started attacking them, which is wild. Like, oh, you only use temporal mantle. Yeah, how else am I gonna kill the thing in 3 minutes? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I can't kill it without this goddamn thing. So I don't know. And I do agree that Base World was better than Iceborne. I don't think there's anything in my mind that made me feel like my greatest feeling of Iceborne was doing the thing that you and me did, Fem, where we beat it in 1 sitting. Like that was the most fun I had. Like without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like everything else
That
was
was the
cool.
only time you played it.
No, I played it a bunch, dude, and it just wasn't that good. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, the game wasn't that fun. Like, it had problems with Clutch Claw, dude. I don't want to get into that whole kind of thing. I told you, I don't want to do the Salt Edition, but Base World was so much more fun, dude. Like, it really was. You could do insane shit. Don't you remember when, like, they nerfed like the sound vibration. So like in like 5.2 or 4.2 or whatever. So like monsters couldn't be pulled certain ways. Like and we had to
What?
find ways around that stuff. Like it was so awesome, man. God, that game was
Yeah.
the shit.
Also, I just finished watching that TSC run. The setup for that Mizu run was insane.
Yeah.
But TSC dropped the ball with the Azuchi. He could totally sub 5 that.
Oh, he played like shit after the setup, but the beginning part was just mint. Like you gotta understand, like it's so hard to do. I was watching him stream it the
I
other
think
day.
he's down to like 5'11". But yeah, he'll get that sub 5. But dude, Rise runs are gonna be insane. Like optimization for map layout is gonna be ridiculous.
And then Mario Kart dog racing, fucking just.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. We'll have to find like the biggest map and then just do like races, do like 3 laps around.
Yes.
Trying to
Oh
dodge
my gosh. Just an entire stream of dog racing.
Oh, could you imagine? Okay, so say you're in first, like, and you're ahead of people, and then like you see a monster, and you can throw a knife off your dog to aggro the monster and get the monster to roar, so the people behind you get hit by the roar.
Yes.
The strats. The strats.
Like, I want to see shit like that. We gotta figure out a way to do Monster Hunter racing.
Oh my gosh. It's just like, okay, so we're gonna go to these different locations,
Correct.
and then we're gonna go all the way back.
Like Mario Kart,
then-
but like on the monsters. You know what I'm
like,
saying?
we'll draw out like the track on the map and give it to everyone. Be like, okay, here you have to hit up all these zones. And
Yes.
you have to touch specific bugs. You have to collect things. So that's to be like your checkpoints.
That's perfect.
And
Oh.
yeah, and you have to do it like 2 or 3 laps, and then yeah.
That'd
I
be
get behind
fun. Like, have you seen a fan edit of that? There was someone who made a fan edit of like Mario Kart, like sound effects and like different like the first place, second place.
I
Yeah,
have seen that. That's funny.
it's too funny. It's too funny.
We'll set that up when the game comes out for sure.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to say one other thing for summing up World.
Uh huh.
My biggest complaint about World is that World seemed to killed off the whole multiplayer aspect of Monster Hunter. Like, I don't know what it was.
How do
Maybe
you
it's because loading into gathering hubs like initially took fucking forever.
Oh yeah.
Waiting for other people's cutscenes to nobody liked to do multiplayer stuff. Like all the other Monster Hunter games, you just make a hall, 4 people join, and you're just there. Everyone's just running whatever quests people are posting, and there's no questions asked. There's nothing. That's all people did was multiplayer stuff via hubs, and nobody wanted to do that in World. Like, and multiplayer scaling was super jank. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like multiplayer in general got shit on in World, and I'm really hoping that Rise multiplayer is a lot better.
We've had that
Let's
talk
do
on
a-
the podcast about how it's important that if they don't change the mechanics of the rewarding, I don't know if that's ever going to be a thing anymore with what they've got going on, because they don't make it like, hey, if you don't work together to get better stuff in multiplayer, like shouldn't monsters be like 10 times harder instead of just 4 times harder in multiplayer to give you like a better reward? I think there really should be like gear specifically that the best gear should only be gotten from multiplayer. Can I say that? Does that make sense? I know that might not be the hottest take, but I think the
that's
best
kind
gear.
of what they did with the Siege system.
But remember, we
Cold
talked
and
about it
soft.
like we talked about like if you killed something between like 1 and 5 minutes versus 5 and 10 minutes in a multiplayer, you'd get different gear. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like a ranking system, like S through
It doesn't have to be
ranking or
ranking, just a
whatever.
rewarding system. Just yeah, like that. Like if you get to a lower time, you get more stuff. That's all.
That Volcano run was kind of insane.
Oh, his Velcro runs gross, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I want more things to make multiplayer hunts feel more rewarding. Because in World, there was very little reason to do it. Especially because they killed Guided Lands off so fast in Iceborne. I really like Guided Lands. And then they just...
It wasn't too bad. Yeah, I felt like it was for me it was a little weird because it was locked to 4 people. So it was like for me that when I stream with a lot of people, like it's kind of difficult to manage that. So I don't really do guided
Because
lands.
the load time was like 5 minutes going in and out, trying to rotate people.
That too, yeah. But I don't know. But like I do agree with you that it's kind of weird how they don't allow people to hop in and just like watch the cutscene with them or something. Like I would like something like that where you can all see the cutscene instead of.
Well, and that's how the old games were
Temporary.
too. All the old games, you had like cutscenes when you would first encounter monsters. It would just show all the players. Like, yeah,
Why
I don't know
didn't they
why.
do that in World then?
I don't know. They did a lot of weird things for World. It just made multiplayer not fun. So
Mm.
Not good.
yeah, not good. But anyway, enough about World, because fucking Rise is just around the corner. I know this demo is just about to end. We have a second demo coming up sometime before launch. But then we got like less than 2 months for the game, so I mean we're getting there.
Yeah, it's almost the end of January.
I know. Well, it's the end of January. We're basically in February. So
2 days out. 2 days out.
So 2 months for Rise. But since everyone's got their hands on the demo, so what has stood out the most for you guys for the demo? Like as far as weapons, monsters, mechanics, what has been something that's like really caught your attention?
I think it's going to be pathing to the monster, depending on what buffs you're going to get, if they extend them out for like how long they're worth, because I don't know if a lot of them even last by like, last till the time you get to, a monster if you get it in the route. I'm hoping to see that become part of the strategy. I would like to see different routes be viable. I don't want there to be one route, because then we're kind of just elongating Drunkbird, which I don't want to just substitute it, if that makes sense. I want there to be a reason. If we're going to be spending a lot of time traveling, traversing, it's called Rise for a reason, right? There should be a reason behind it, like a benefit. I know there's already some exploits with how you can just like traverse in areas you're not supposed to. I've already seen all the videos on that, but I'm hoping that becomes part of the table, part of the skill set, figuring out the proper ways to get somewhere, because it just seems like they're spending a lot of time on it. They talked about it with World, like, hey, we want the environment to be a big thing. This one seems to be like they extended out like where things are at without Drunkbird. So I'm just hoping that it really comes to be something that matters, if that makes sense, not just a time sink like the Clutch Claw. I don't want to exchange wasting 90 seconds throughout a fight by doing mundane, monotonous stuff versus wasting 90 seconds at the beginning of the game. Does that make sense? I think that's kind of where I want to go.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna kind of tack off that really quick. You notice that there's no other camps in the demo. In the World demo, we had other camps to choose from. So I don't know if we're not gonna have any camps and we're always gonna start from one spot on the map.
I didn't even consider that. Yeah.
And then that's why they have all the bugs and dogs for the mobility.
That's what I assume's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then how much you want to bet we're still gonna get Drunkbird in high rank?
There's no way we're gonna get Drunkbird, because we don't have anything that like drops us off there. You know what I'm saying? If there's more camps, then we could get Drunkbird. I guess that would be it. If there's more camps that get shown.
But even in older games, we got Drunkbird.
Did you? Oh, see, I'm new. I don't know.
It's not new to World. Like high rank. Once you get to high rank, you just spawn randomly on the map.
Do you think Unlucky Cat will come back?
Oh God, I hope so.
That's where you get 1 hit point, right? Instant heroics or whatever.
You could start with heroic.
Yeah, that's what I want. 100. I would use that every single time. That would be the only move in the game. That's it. 100%. Unlucky Cat.
Well, actually, I'm really worried about that canteen. I hope the old school canteens come back, because World's canteen sucked. Eating for anything was such a pain in World. Like, I would love to see a more sustainable canteen, like something that where you don't have to have vouchers to get your food skills, or you can actually adequately select what food skills you want, not like, oh, everything's a fucking daily.
Dusty says there's already a second camp that he's found.
Are you sure?
I mean,
Really? Where?
Chat's sharing it. I mean, I don't know why they would lie.
Okay. Well, I just thought it was weird because we had other camps in the World demo, but not here. Not even like an option. Well, I guess when you do the fast travel, there could be options. Because if you open up, like if you hold down, I don't know what button it is on the Switch controller, because I'm playing with the PS4. But if you hold down one of the buttons, it'll bring up like your fast travel map, and you can select the camp. I guess you would be able to put other camps in there.
Okay.
So there's probably camps. So that'd be interesting.
I wonder if they're totally gonna exclude Farcasters then, like if they're just gonna have fast travel.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Well, I mean, you can't fast travel while you're in combat, I think. So Farcaster could still be used there.
Do they have?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask. Did they have Farcasters in other games, or was it just like World? Oh, did they?
Yeah, other games have had Farcasters too. But I mean, in World, you could just fast travel to whatever camps you want. But other games you couldn't. It was like the only way to quickly get back to a camp. But I was just gonna say that they got rid of hot drinks, so I could see them getting rid of other things like Farcasters and just letting you fast travel back. Or you can use your dog to get out of the zone and get out of combat like fucking instantly. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that.
That
I
sounds
feel we're gonna see a
exploitable.
lot of those dogs. What?
That sounds really exploitable.
Dude, the dogs are great. I love the dogs. I didn't think I liked the dogs as much as I do. Dude, the fucking dogs are awesome.
The drifting is goofy as hell, but I love it. It's so
It is
good.
weird. It looks so odd. Like,
You can just
Like, I
drift
don't-
while you're walking, and just.
yeah, I don't know why that's a thing. So, what is everyone's weapon they're gonna play for this story?
I think Switch Axe, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna go into this game with the same idea of I want to play something to compete against other times, because it just seems like some of these weapons look really like lower tier than some of the other ones. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I haven't played enough to know which ones are like the best, but like, there's clearly a difference between some
You know
of
what
these
the best
weapons.
is? It's Longsword. Longsword is
Well, Hunting
clearly
Horn
the
also
best.
is up there. I'm just saying there's a clear difference in some of these weapons. I want something for me, for like my content. I want something that's gonna look dope. Like that's all it is. Like I want something, and I think that's Switch Axe. I think Switch Axe
Well, yeah.
looks fucking awesome. When you watch a video of a Switch Axe run, that's fucking mint. That shit is crisp as fuck. Like
The
it
satisfying
looks
explosions and
good.
everything.
Like, and then when you ask the person about it, it's like 93 layers of details. When I look at what it can do in like its damage output, and then I think about how I used to play the game and trying to like exploit stuff, there's got to be a healthy medium there where like I can find my niche for that, just being like that exploiter Switch Axe guy. So like I think that's going to be the kind of route I run. I want to combine the way that I want to play the game with something that I think would be fun to watch. I don't think a lot of speed runs are fun to watch of most weapon types, to be honest with you, especially at the high level when you're just doing resets in the first 60 seconds. You pretty much know if you got the run or not. I mean, like, that's kind of it, unfortunately. I'm looking for something that looks good.
Yeah, and Switch Axe is definitely the weapon for that. It is a stylish weapon. Like, and there's not very many Switch Axe players.
No. Yeah, I've realized that. I have zero use to some Switch Axe, and I just want in the world.
I have never picked up a hammer in any Monster Hunter game ever.
Hammer's so good.
Ah!
So good.
The only time I picked up a hammer was to record a video specifically for Hammer. That's it.
I'm gonna grab 2 ice cubes and then we're drinking again.
Okay, fair enough. Squid, what is going to be your weapon of choice?
Probably the longsword or hunting horn. Like those two weapons are pretty fun. Like I've been using hunting horn. I've been using it with a friend of mine, and like we've both been using hunting horn in the same hunt. Dude, the knockouts you can get and just like the songs you can play are insane. It's really crazy.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, have you noticed the iframes on the recital? Like, if you just click your R, it does like your breakdancing spin move to give you self-performance or self-boost or whatever. It has so many fucking iframes. You could dodge rolls
Does
so
it?
easily with it. Yeah, like
Oh
you
my
should
God.
try it really quick and just try to dodge attacks by just clicking R and you do your recital. It's got a ridiculous amount of iframes. Like,
Bro.
Hunting Horn has got so much going for it. I get like there was someone posted about it. I don't know if it was on like the Monster Hunter Reddit, but some people don't like the Hunting Horn changes because it was a much slower weapon, a less used weapon, a very niche weapon. But now it's like just the big dick DPS weapon that everyone's going to be playing, so they kind of feel like their identity got alienated. And I get that.
Yeah,
But, dude, it's so good. It's so, dude. Nobody played Hunting Horn, and I get them wanting to make it better. Dude, it's so brain dead dumb now. It's got so much shit going on with it. It's amazing.
I think it would be like so much fun. Oh, you came bolting it.
What's up?
In with jars clanging.
What's up? What's up? What I miss? What you mean? Clang clang. What I miss?
I was talking about
Hunting
Hunting
Horn.
Horn being
The
just
changes.
ridiculous.
It looks like so much fun, and messing around with it in the demo was just like, oh, it was a lot of fun to mess around with. Like I messed around with Hunting Horn like twice in base world, and that's about it. But even then, it was pretty fun.
I liked Hunting Horn in base game. I did a couple runs with it, and I tried playing it in Iceborne a bit. It's complicated.
Complicated.
I think my only problem with Hunting Horn was just I have to watch all my notes because I have to play and buff mid hunt, and it's just like
That
I
I feel like is a big difficulty for me, is trying to play mid hunt, especially like in world. I had a difficult time trying to play mid hunt because it was just you're trying to attack the monster as well as trying to figure out the combination of buttons to get the correct song, and then you miss a button and then you have to do it again.
I
and
smoke
then
way
you
too much
change
weed to
your
play
Hunting Horns
Hunting
around
Horn.
between hunts, and you forget your notes, and then you're like, oh,
Exactly.
this song's played differently. It was a really weird, different weapon, and they kind of like made it easy, I guess now. Like no
It
thought
made it a lot
needed.
more They made it a lot more simpler. But then again, this is like only one hunting horn we're experiencing. We haven't experienced the other, like,
True.
I guess.
But you
horns.
realize like it's only going to get worse, right? Like hunting horn's gonna be broken as fuck. Like that
Probably.
weapon.
Probably.
No. Look at the mechanics on it. Like we've already like scouted like the MVs and all that stuff. Like that thing, when you upgrade that gear, that thing's dumb. Like I think what did someone showed like the testing, like the theoretical stuff, like the way like raw looks stupid as hell on it. Like I don't even remember. It looked, the chart looked ridiculous. It looks like it's a lot of damage for hunting horn, and I mean like a lot. So kudos to everybody. They earned it. They earned it. Hunting horn sucked in the other ones. Like this is big. This is big.
You get to see it more. Like I don't know how. Have there been a lot of speedrun videos for hunting horn? And
Yes.
No, hunting horn's kind of like a switch axe where like there's a couple people that play it, but there's never been all that many.
Go to
but,
Billy Billy. Go to Billy Billy.
well,
There's
yeah.
a lot of hunting horn.
oh, okay.
In World?
Come on, Rise.
Oh yeah, I'm just in Rise, yeah, it's gonna be popular as fuck. But I'm just saying, like in previous games, not very many people played it for runs and stuff. That's totally gonna change.
Yeah. Have you seen how crazy heavy bowgun is?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I
Don't
have,
bring back scope. Don't bring back scope.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, they're not gonna bring back scope. In fact,
We
we're
don't
not
know
even gonna
that.
have
We
the
don't know
weapon
that.
mod. Yes, I 100% know that.
We don't know that.
And we're not gonna have the weapon mod system, so we're not gonna have scope or like the close range, long range damage things. We'll
I thought
probably
they
have
had
the old
barrels.
school. Well, yeah, but like old school bowguns had a barrel option, so you can have power barrel or a silencer or a shield. Basically, we'll get that back. But that's I think about it. But I think heavy bowgun's gonna be good, but it's not gonna be anywhere near like Iceborne levels of dumb. Like it's not.
I'm hoping there's gear that
Granted,
increases your
it's
monster
fast.
damage.
A lot of people don't realize is that you shoot so much fucking faster in Rise than you do in World. Even in World with PC frames and that amount of shooting, I think we're still like 30% shooting faster in Rise.
Why is
That's
that?
like
Crazy.
I don't know. Like maybe it's because
The
like all
inputs?
the weapons have like 0 impact and like 0 like recoil. I'm gonna say recoil, but like there's like no delay on anything anymore. Like everything feels so light and airy.
Okay.
And even shooting is just like there's just like no kickback, nothing. You're just fucking throwing bullets out. Like we go through in our me and David did a 2-player run for Mizu, and we went through like fucking 160 rounds of Pierce ammo in that hunt, and like in like 5 minutes. And like in World, we go through maybe a clip of 60. Like it's ridiculous how much faster we shoot, but it's still not gonna be crazy. I mean it'll be good, but it's not gonna be Iceborne levels of good.
I know you'll be using 100% though.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start the game as heavy bowgun. I want to learn Gunlance. Gunlance looks
dope.
fucking good. I cannot wait to play more Gunlance.
You can fly into the air with that thing.
Yes.
What the hell
Yeah,
is that?
yeah, you get your rocket jump. That was a hunter art in Gen. But yeah, we get that back in Rise. But just its counter to restore sharpness and to go into quick full burst or quick worm stake is huge for Gunlance. Because now I don't have to worry about sharpening because we can just fucking counter and regen our sharpness mid hunt. It's ridiculous. I can't wait to play more Gunlance.
It's like that makes it. It's like they look like a joke. It's just like, oh, you fly, we fly too. Just goes up.
Well, that's the weird thing about Insect Glaive. Like everyone can use wire bugs to fly around. So like, where's Insect Glaive's identity now?
In the dumpster. What do you mean? Are you being? Oh, that was a serious
Yeah.
question.
No, not really.
Oh, my bad, dude. I'm sorry. I'm high. I thought you were like trolling. Like no, like that. Like that weapon sucks, bro. Like that weapon's garbage. Like 100%. It's fucking doo-doo butter. That weapon sucks, bro. 100%. Like that weapon's so bad. Like I'm sorry. Let's drink real quick. Let's drink. Let's cheers up.
Yeah, we finished my wine already.
I don't have any more. I'm sorry, but
Get more.
Get more.
Guys, go yell at your parents. Be like, I need booze, and these guys are gonna kick me out of the stream. Give me booze.
But with that is a good point though, because like with Insect Glaive, that was a whole thing with it. It was just like you're airborne, and you can do like a lot of different things where it's just like you can mount a lot easier and stuff. But now everyone can mount a lot easier.
Remember when
So
you
it's
should
like a
just stay on the
very-
ground with IG in base world because it did more damage, and so everything about IG was bad, and that weapon was literally the most fundamentally flawed ever. Like that's fucked up. Think about that. You're an aerial weapon, and you do more damage on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Well, always been that way. Dude, you haven't seen Jin. You haven't seen For You Insect Glaive. when that thing was a monster. Oh my god, it was so fucking strong. But of course, I mean, you played on the ground still. But oh my god, Insect-Glaive used to be so good. Aerial Insect-Glaive in Gen was fun though too. It's good stuff.
Aerial Insect-Glaive got better, and when Iceborne came out, like it got a little bit better.
Because it's got that Vault Stab that does a lot of damage.
Oh, it does. Oh,
Remember when we thought Aerial Elemental or Elemental Airborne was going to be like some broken ass thing and it was garbage? We were like, oh, it's going to be like 10 times multiplier. It didn't do anything. Like, no damage boost.
Well, okay, so the thing with Elemental Airborne, which was off of what the Behemoth gear, was that it only worked on things Airborne would apply to. So only things that could apply KO status, or not KO, mounting status. And it was like, but like nothing we did really worked with that. So it kind of sucked.
Speaking of the Behemoth though, that Insect-Glaive emote like that you would do to kind of like dodge ecliptics and everything.
The best move in the game.
Was that meant to be put in the game, or were they? Yes. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. If it was
I think
just
they
like,
showed it off in the original trailer for Behemoth of them, dodging it with the vault. That is specifically something they put in for Lancers. Like, yeah. Now, I wish stuff like Rise would be like that, where we would have to use the bugs to jump over things. And I think actually that's going to be a thing because, you know, Mizu's got those new beams that fucking just swipe across the whole zone. And you kind of have to vault over them with your fucking bug. So I think we're going to see a lot of that in Rise.
I'm excited. I'm just the wire bugs look like a lot of fun. I'm just super excited for that.
I thought it was going to be shit, but it's fun.
It's pretty fluid. There's been a few weapons that have felt a little bit off for me, like Insect-Glaive has felt a little bit off with the wire bugs, because like you have to manage your Kinsect and the wire bug, so it's like a little bit like a back and forth kind of thinking with the Insect-Glaive, and I think Bow too is a little bit back and forth thinking.
Well, I think Bow's problem is just that it's the demo, and it's got so much weird shit thrown together that Bow just doesn't work in the demo.
That's a good point.
If Bow and HBG end up on top of again, I'm just gonna be disappointed. And here's my thing, like, I don't see why they wouldn't. Let me just state, I guess that's not the hottest take, but like, I don't see why they wouldn't be broken. I know Bow's not in the best place right now. Bow is gear dependent. It always has been gear dependent. It always will be gear dependent.
Yeah, even in old games.
I couldn't tell you about again. I'm just saying everything I've seen. You're probably. I mean, of course you're right, Fem. I apologize for even stating that. I'm just saying like it's a gear dependent item. We're going to see some high level stuff that's going to blow everything up. Sometimes I look at the testers on this. Who was it? It was Hex. Hex was talking about it. They don't test for speedrunning stuff. They test for casual playthroughs. And he said like they were doing like screenshot, like they're taking like like selfies, like testing the game and all that stuff. I don't think they realize realistically what some of the stuff that they put in this game is. But I don't understand also their selectivity behind nerfing it. So I think like what I'm getting at is, for example, AGS. Like we remember Ryozo's face when he saw it in the championship, right? Like no one will ever forget that.
Meme in Monster Hunter history.
It is the biggest meme that's ever happened, and he was beyond disgust. And he has the power to fix that.
Oh, you didn't see it? That's where the Ryozo face, like the cringe Ryozo face comes from. It's because everyone in the Monster Hunter tournament did aerial greatsword. That's all they did.
Everyone.
And so it was just like after a couple times, he was just like kind of tired of looking at it. It's like that's all World got devolved into with aerial greatsword.
I didn't see this clip. What the fuck?
Oh my god, yeah. Fun stuff.
That is amazing.
That's the thing, like people didn't realize what it was.
Nerfed. Yeah.
It was in the game, and it was the most broken thing, like, by far. Like, oh my god. I remember the day Aerial Greatsword died when the demo came out for Iceborne, and I went out there, and I did one on Tigrix, and I hit for, like, 42.
Yeah, I was like...
I think... I'm trying to think, like, if I was more mad the first time I went to jail or the first time I hit somebody with Aerial Greatsword in Iceborne, and I think it was with Iceborne. Like, it's close, but it was probably the Iceborne hit was probably more of a detrimental thing. It maybe impacted my life, too, because there was a long, long month of depression that occurred right after that, too, as well, dude. Like, I remember going, ah! Boom! And then 42 in gray. Not even orange, in gray. And I was like, I'm done with this game. I was like, I'm done with this. Like, this is fucking stupid.
That was a deal breaker. Yeah, at least your game or your weapon took a whole game to get nerfed. When they saw like heavy bowgun and slicing ammo and all that shit, they're like, nah. Or no,
Is that
that
the
shit a
face?
week later.
What'd you say,
Is that the
Stone?
face?
Yeah,
And that, oh my god.
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
one right there.
The Rio's to the face. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Drink
Oh
up,
my God.
drink up. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, all right. I'm out of wine. I'm moved on to.
Oh, what a surprise! I'm the only one drinking yet again. Oh,
whiskey.
oh,
Shut up.
poor Jin, the
Dude.
oldest guy with the bad
That's
liver.
funny.
Let's just make him do this because we're weak. Oh,
High quality H2O.
Jin
There you
dies
go.
because of he gets like fucking OD'd or drinks himself and gets into a car accident. I wasn't involved.
I don't drink and drive. I don't do that.
No.
I'll throw up though.
I don't do that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out of wine.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to open up a new bottle right now. I just pounded this one, and I'm going to Paso tomorrow to pick up more wine because my wine rack is getting bare. Look at all the holes in it now.
It
Like,
wasn't
this
an
is-
option when we were asking you to drink more. That's what you don't realize. We weren't asking you. We were saying you need to pour a drink.
Well,
That's
I
the
got
reality of
whiskey.
it.
I've been chugging my whiskey.
Great, great. Keep it up. Chug for
Proud of you.
Skull.
Proud of you.
Vitalis is here just getting lit with us. Good. Buck's here kicking it. Cheers to all the Monster
Good.
and community people. We don't do this enough. God bless each and every one of you.
Cheers.
TSC was right.
And the glass of non-wine.
I'm gonna get tea down my t-shirt as soon as I'm fucking done.
God, I like and hate whiskey at the
And
same
TSC
time.
just broke his record today. He just broke the world record and got a 506. Now he's done.
Nah, TSC, get the fucking sub 5, you bitch. You can do
You know
it.
you gotta get the sub 5, bro. Yeah, let's be real.
You can't leave it at like 6 seconds. Come on.
I love that this community, like, you can see, like, a 15-second jump, like, a new world record, and everyone's like, bro, you can do better.
Yeah, immediately.
You just literally
You don't
beat
get-
everybody else. You've spent, like, literally, like, over a week's time and just 6 more seconds, bro.
That's how it
Seriously.
always is. Like, that's how everyone is. Like, everyone's like, oh, I got a new world record, and you're like, but someone will beat it. It's just like, eh.
There's got to
It
be that
has-
30-second mark or that minute mark. It has to be that. Or, like, people won't be satisfied.
Yeah, have people
yeah.
play the demo for Rise as much as they have for World? Like, has this been this much craze? I haven't been
Yeah,
there for the.
World is the same way, dude. I put so many hours into World. Okay, Monster Hunter people play demos like they're the actual games. That's just how we are.
Mm.
World, I put so many hours into World too. Was doing speedrunning in World and doing all sorts of shit. Yeah, every game is like
How
that.
many hours do
Even,
you think
like,
you got in World,
That's
for real?
crazy.
How many hours do you think you got? I'll say it out loud. I think I probably have over 2,000.
I think I'm at about 5,000.
Maybe it's more than that if you think that you're at
If you
5.
count World, console and PC, and then Iceborne console PC.
I'm
I
not
think we
counting
got
not counting
5,000.
Iceborne, just World. Like console.
Oh, just World.
Just World.
I think under 3,000 hours. I think about 3,000. I think it's like 28 something.
Yeah,
This
I
game
have
is
around
fucking-
like
this series is
2,500
incredible, man.
hours.
Like this series is really, really
It's
good to
an-
be able to maintain your attention and like your.
Oh yeah.
Because it's fun. The gameplay loop, the core of Monster Hunter is so fucking perfect. The weapons feel great. All you're there to do is have fun and improve. And like the fights are great. Like everything about Monster Hunter is good. We just like to nitpick all the other things. Like a lot of people, a lot of speedrunners, a lot of like people who do like content creation and stuff talk
Twitter's
a
a
lot of
great
shit.
place
Not
for that.
everyone. Yeah, and Twitter. Like talk a lot of shit about the game. But we talk about little stupid parts of the game, like one specific thing, or like fucking my longsword's like Helmbreaker doesn't hit all his hits sometimes, or this fucking monster is trash because it has one attack
Yep.
that does this, or fucking I don't like getting dropped off at this area. Like little stupid shit, because everything else about the games is great. We just have to nitpick dumb things.
I do not like that because you're 100% spot on. Like you can if you've invested that amount of time, like 1,000 hours, don't you think you're allowed to say good, bad, and ugly
No.
on something?
Not on Twitter, you're not.
No, but realistically, I mean, in any subject matter that you're ever discussing, the minute you've hit 1,000 hours of investment, 1,000 hours, aren't you kind of allowed to say almost whatever you want? Like, by then, you're probably relatively competent in whatever the medium is, right? Like, no matter what, whether you're playing a video game, doing brain surgery, like anything, like you think after 1,000 hours, like you're kind of have the gist of it, and people still freak out. Like, it's nuts, man. It's nuts. It's crazy. Crazy as
Yeah.
hell.
So from all the monsters we've seen for Rise, what's everyone's favorite? Why is
Uh,
it Harag Sarah, whatever the fuck it is?
I don't want to say anything because you guys said I can't spoiler anything.
God. Well, I mean, like the from the trailers.
Yeah. This is what they've shown.
I mean-
Gosrog is his name.
Yes. I
looks
look
so
forward
cool.
to that, but Magnamalo, I think I look forward to more. I don't know why, but like,
I've seen Magnamalo. Honestly, he looks like he's gonna play just like Velkhana and Nerg mixed.
have
like,
you
he's gonna-
seen his like turf war against the Was it Rathian, Rathalos? What are those?
Yeah. I'm curious like that turf war when he does against the Rathalos. It does like an explosion when he throws the Rathalos into the ground. I'm wondering if that's actually gonna hurt you, because typically you don't get hurt during turf wars when monsters are doing shit.
I
but-
wonder if you will get hurt now.
Yeah, it's like it would make sense that that guy throws a Rathalos into you and it explodes. That it would hurt. How many clips are we gonna see of people dying because fucking Magnamalo
Turf
threw a Rathalos into you? Like just you got
Probably
bodied
gonna be
by
a lot of fun clips of that. Probably.
We're gonna get our tempered Magnamalo is gonna one shot you with his turf war.
Oh my goodness! Just be like, wait, what just happened? That'd be every reaction. Just like, what just happened?
Chad had a real
Yeah.
good call out about something we were talking about earlier. It's the way that you spend your 1,000 hours playing it. Chilling 1,000 hours in a hub doesn't make you skillful. Kind of a good thing to think about there, because there's a lot of people,
Fair
and I
point.
think, and I will always say this. Thank God for Cantapermi for showing about Elatrion how literally 90% of the player base in this game is bad. Like, that's not a knock on you guys, but like that's the reality of it. And he showed it in the most passive aggressive way, the best way you could ever show it. And God, like that was my height when Kanta was doing that on purpose, like 15 times when he was like, "I'll do it with no armor." I was like, okay, we're done at this point. Like, we're literally done at
No
this point.
dodging.
Yeah, I'll do it with no dodging. I'll do it not with a controller. Like, it was just
Yeah.
like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'll do it on a Sega Genesis. Like, I'll do it from
Kids like
1984.
Yeah, Insect. Wait, did he do Insect only Fatalis?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he did insect only.
I think he did
Fatalis was
Insect only on
actually
Latria.
like a real challenge. That was like a pretty big challenge for Fatalis. I don't know if he did Insect only for Fatalis though.
Let me see what T just
It would
posted.
take a while.
Monster Hunter Rise
Yes.
demo 260. Beautiful.
He's
Nicely
got
done.
260 hours into the Rise demo.
TSC's got 260 on it. Good for him. The man.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
I'm not putting that much time into this demo because I know we have another demo coming up with Magnamalo and also Po League, and I don't want to get burnt out on Rise before it even comes out.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
But you're
Because-
approaching Rise differently, right?
I am. I'm not gonna be doing speedruns. I mean, I'm sure David's gonna drag me into doing.
I'm gonna make him do it.
Yeah, people are gonna make me do
Why are
it,
you
but I'm
dumpster
gonna
diving
try.
with Diva?
not
Don't you have like
to,
100 Koreans that want to play with you, like good players? Why are you hanging out in the fucking sewers?
Because he messages me. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. So you're telling me if all I have to do is I have to just input myself and message you first, and then from now on, you're done with that?
Yeah, basically.
All right,
Just
that means I
add
gotta
him
play
to
Rise then.
Actionable.
Let's go. I guess I'll go play Rise. Let's go.
Just add him on Twitter, add him on Twitch, be like, do it.
For
Yeah.
that, I will come back. Cheers.
All right, cheers, man.
Cheers.
But yeah, Gosarog, and all the new monsters look fucking dope, by the way.
They look amazing. Like they look really well designed. I love the more cartoony designs for the monsters and the gear. The monster gear and everything. Like the new Mizu gear. I really like it.
And the weapons, because they don't have the fucking world style, where it's just like, here's a piece of
Bone,
metal with
metal.
a feather on it. Yeah.
I'm really excited for that. I truly am. And I hope we get like layered weapons and layered armor in the beginning. I don't know if we
Oh, we
will,
definitely
but
will. I mean, maybe not. That's the dumb thing I really hated about Iceborne. Like, it took them until literally the last update to be like, okay, here's all your Master Rank layered armors. Like, you couldn't let us, like, gather materials from the Guided Lands versions of the monsters to make layered versions of their equipment. Like, that would have given us something else to do in the Guided Lands. Like,
oh, it would 100% would. I don't know why they do that as like a process as we get into things instead of just and being like, okay, here's more stuff to do. Play.
Everything's gated off. That was the thing I didn't really like about World. Is like they just gated everything. Like it's like, okay, this week you have to do this, and then this week you can't do that anymore. It's like, okay,
Get it for
thanks.
14 days, don't see it for 6 weeks. Good luck. It was like
Yeah.
ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. You know,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, I forgot I was gonna say everything. My bad. I'm sorry.
I was just saying my favorite new monster in Rise though has got to be the Great Azuchi. I don't know why I love the thing so much, but it feels like it's a little Galavinus. Like I love his tail attacks. He actually hurts like a lot. His stuff hits really hard, and I like having him and his two guys like follow up attacks, like do synchronized attacks. I don't know why. Fucking Great Azuchi is like my favorite new monster though. Like he is so fun.
That's what it was that I wanted to say is one of the things that I did notice while I was playing the demo, and this is, I think, arguably one of my favorite things, and you guys have talked about it for years, I just didn't see it too much in World. The monsters seem to have a more, hey, if you do it right, you have a punishing window. Does that make sense? Like, it seems like if you play the monsters better, there's more of an opportunity to kind of do what you want to do. Before in World, it was kind of chaos. It was like, you remember the Nergigante, like 49 fucking dumpster dives in a row, that video, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see that.
8 times in a row.
Literally, yeah, literally like 8.
Yeah.
It seems like now we're not going to see a lot of that. I'm sure there's going to be some dumb, like, one-hit shit, but it seems to be a lot of, hey, if you play well, there's going to be an area and an opportunity for you to kind of go in there and, you know, devote damage and that kind of stuff. Yeah, the fight pacing, that's what chat's talking about.
Yeah, hopefully that stays the same because they totally broke fight pacing in Iceborne. I would say World, it was relatively okay, but even World had the same mentality where, like, you just had to keep pressure on the monsters all the time. Like, old games, it was, they do something, you dodge, you punish because they have, like, a little cooldown window, and then you just kind of rinse and repeat. But World was like, if you stop attacking, well, you're fucked.
Yeah. There was one thing though that I saw someone pointed out on Twitter though that I think I mentioned before too, was that like there was a point in time where when the monsters mount ready in Rise, if you don't do anything, it'll just sit there.
Yeah, for like 15 seconds too.
Great.
Like, it literally does not. Like, you see a lot of like TSC and other people's runs when they're doing Mizu. Like they get the whatever you want to call it, the mount, I guess, where they just sit there and get like dazed for a minute, and then they'll set up bombs, set up traps, sharpen their weapon, and like just let the monsters sit there for like 10 seconds before they do anything. And doesn't that seem weird?
Clutch claw effect, PTSD.
It does.
It thinks that you're about to claw it. And it's like, I don't know.
I hope they've kind of fixed that and kind of put the random aspect like that World had, where just like you get a mount kind of thing.
Sure.
Instead of just being like you have to wait, or not wait, but the monster waits and so for you to do something. You're just
And
like,
it's weird that like they wait and then it's automatic. As soon as you touch it with anything, they automatically throw you on the mount. It's like, why don't you just put me on the mount? Like, why are we doing all this? Like, I built up the threshold. Why don't you just mount? If you're gonna make it automatic anyway, why stop everything?
I really want to see the gear. You know, you guys have they haven't shown like the armor system, so we're trying to figure out like what it's going to be like. I've already looked at some of the stuff that like got leaked. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I am hoping, because we haven't seen this yet, I'm hoping that we do have the ability to improve monster damage, because I think that like that would be a very fun way of playing. Because just like you've got your own weapons, I would like to see them have like gear that powers up your, you know, whatever, your damage from your monster, so you can ride that for the whole time.
Like Calico Rally for monsters?
Yeah, exactly, because why not have it? Like, there's no reason not to. It's just another multiplier.
Yeah, I mean,
Just another reduction in cooldown, right? Literally the exact same thing. I would like as many playstyles as there are. I just want it to always be that free. I don't want there to be one way to play each monster with each weapon, if that makes sense. I don't want there to be one optimal way, which is why I got frustrated with the weapon system in World and Iceborne so much. The elemental weapons for a lot of the weapons were just straight garbage. Like, they just weren't good, and it sucks that there was like always one weapon. Well, usually there was one weapon that was best for every monster, right?
Yeah, for the most part, and it was always heavy bowgun or bow.
No. I'm saying for each weapon, within each weapon type, there was usually one that was the best, which sucks.
Yeah, well, those weapons were just like, okay, this weapon has the highest raw, that's what we're picking. And then it was like bow and DBs, like this weapon has the highest element, that's what we're picking.
Oh, you mentioned something before, I think on Twitter, where they don't have any, you can't, I forgot what it's called. You can't be a Palico.
Prowler mode. Did you
Prowler,
play?
yeah.
You played Gen, didn't you?
I did, but I didn't play Prowler mode. I haven't played it yet. I want to
So,
experience that though, because
If anyone doesn't know, Prowler is my main. That is my weapon. It's a 15th weapon. That is shit I main. And you can basically be your cat. You can be your cat with 2 other cats. You're just a fucking gang of badass cats. And I love Prowler mode so much. And when they first showed that you can be the Palamute, or not, you can't be it, but you can have a Palamute, and then like the Palamute's got like all the attack skills. Like, by the way, the dogs do some fucking damage in the demo.
They do.
Like, they do not mess around. But I was really hoping that they'd allow you to be Prowler again, so you could be cat or dog, because I would love to be a gang of 3 dogs.
They're having layered armor
3
for them
dogs.
too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they get layered too. Yeah, like all the armors for the dogs and cats look great too. No, but come on, Jin. Who doesn't want to be like fucking Amaterasu and just have like fucking wolf, a gang, fighting shit? Come on, it'd be so cool. That's like the weebest thing I've said in a while, but. But yeah, I would love to play Prowler as the dog, and they're not going to do that. They already confirmed that you're not going to have Prowler mode, so I'm sad about that.
They also did confirm, which is a good thing, that there will not be any like big lag or weird stuff happening when you're in multiplayer, because there's a lot of that in the Rise demo where it would be pretty janky when you're in multiplayer. Like it would be like
yeah, like the desync is kind of crazy.
Yeah, so but they announced that won't be an issue when the full game releases, because they realized that was an issue.
Well, hopefully they fix the frame rate, because have you tried playing 4 players in the demo?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, so it's like they said they'll fix that and they'll take care of that
cool.
for the official
so
game.
not just like the lag and the stuff, but yeah, the frame rate like dips super hard with 4 players. It's crazy.
Yeah.
If they fix that, great. That was my biggest complaint in playing multiplayer in the demo. Was that like you dropped to like 12 frames.
Mm-hmm.
I think my entire goal, now that I've decided, I think I'm gonna announce it on stream. Y'all ready for this? I've decided because I'm drunk.
As an OnlyFans.
I'm gonna personally beat, with you, every single TDS record that they try to do in Rise. And I'm gonna make TSC join us. I'm gonna find somebody else, and I think that that's gonna be the goal that we're going to do for Rise. I know you guys got your own stuff.
I was gonna say, do you want to do a hard goal?
What's that?
Just getting better runs.
Like here's the thing. Look here. Let me just say this right now while I'm a little bit drunk. All right. Like, let me just be real. I've been drinking. I'm done letting people be good when they're not good. And that's not a knock on TDS. That's just I'm done with that. Like, I'm done with that. Like, I've been waiting. I've been trying to figure out how I want to do this. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, this has to be.
You want to start with the Latreon?
Huh?
So do you want to start with the Latreon?
We can do whatever you want, man. It doesn't fucking matter. Well, say whatever you want, fam. I'm just saying, this is the reality of where we're going. Like, this is what we're doing. Like, I don't want this to be a joke anymore. Like, I don't even want other people to have a chance. Does that sound weird? Like, that's the competitor in me speaking. I'm starting to sound all fucked up. But, like, that's really where I want to be on the competitive level. I just want to end it. Like, I want to go in there and do, like, 4-player, multiplayer runs and, like, just literally beat the hell out of everything. Like, why not? Like, what else you gonna do? You gonna make some gun bow videos? You gonna write about, like, how to use bow gun? Again?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, that being said, we can probably kind of get into it a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, we can get a little comfortable, a little colorful, a little crispy, a little oodles and noodles, you know what I mean? Like, we can have a good time with it. So, realistically, I think that's gonna be the goal. Like, I don't even care about solos. I really don't care about solos at this point, like, because no one cares about it. Like, everyone's gonna do it and they forget about it in 5 minutes, because they just take the strat and then they just copy it, right? That's the reality of every single solo run. In 4-player, you literally have to have 4 players to do it right. Now, unfortunately, you've already proven that you can take 4 retarded people and kind of get world records. Imagine if we had 4 good people, what we could do. I'm just saying, I think this could be something fun for all of us. And I wanted to do, chat's talking about 2-player arena runs. I wanted to do it, and I said that'd be the most important thing if they put that in this game, was the competitive global leaderboard. That's what I said. And Fem keeps making fun of me for not beating a Latreon. That's fine. You know what? I might just do a Latreon video just for Fem, and I'm gonna send it to you. Like, I'm gonna put like all kinds of hearts on it, and every time he gets hit with like a great sword, it just hearts and like it's your face that pops up in it.
There's a mod to do that already, to make hearts come out as hit effects.
That sounds like that's what I want to do. Just so you guys know, like, I'll be honest too, I am washed. I'm washed as fuck, and I can say that out loud. It's cool. Phemeto's just calling me out, but we're gonna go ahead and just take these runs. Like for Rise, like we can say that we're gonna take these runs. Like,
honestly,
we'll just do it. We're gonna take these runs. We're gonna take
4-player runs are cool, but I think duos are my favorite part of Monster Hunter. I really like duo runs. Like, I didn't do a whole lot of duo runs for like Rise and stuff, but my favorite, not Rise, World. My favorite like memory so far of playing Iceborne was doing bow duos with Titus. We spent like a week trying to get a sub-6 Elatron with bow, and it was painful, but I had a lot of fun with it. And 4 players, it's like monsters die so fucking fast, and you can lock shit so ridiculously easy that it's fun to develop the strat for it, but it's pretty easy to execute. I feel because they're just locked.
Yeah.
But I think 2 players is like that's big brain shit. I really like 2-player stuff. So I would like to do more 2-player stuff. And nobody does 2-player runs. Everyone's either doing solo or 4-player.
So why would you?
like to see
That's the question.
true.
Why
I
would you?
haven't seen any
to be
or-
different. I don't
So
know.
if you do solo runs, you get street credit in the monster community, which equates to nothing. And then if you do multiplayer runs, I'm just saying, if you do multiplayer runs, you kind of like get like some YouTube credit. There's no benefit to doing dual runs, which is why I said it's the most important thing if they instituted global dual runs. That's exactly what I said like 4 episodes ago, that I want us to have that. Like it's exactly what I want. Because if we had global runs and we had it set up in pairs of 2, that's really the only way that you would be able to avoid the single player, hey, I'm just going to cheat the system the most in whatever aspect it is, and then the same thing that you're talking about, you can also beat the I'm going to 4-player stun lock this thing down to earth.
Well, and yeah, but so you got to remember, like, World, yeah, they had the arena stuff, but for whatever reason, World had like 0 arena quests. I think it had like 7. But like in the older games, they had like 15 arena quests. Like they had a lot more. But yeah, I feel like they should do more arena-based stuff where they have an arena set up for every single monster.
Sure.
And you could just do your 2-player arena stuff that way.
Yep.
I wish I could put my 2 cents in for like
Go
speed
for
running.
it.
I have
You can.
no idea.
It doesn't matter.
That's the best part. You don't even know how to fucking...
Yeah.
Dude, just speak
fucking
on it,
say
bro. No one's going to
whatever
judge
you
you
want.
here, bro.
Nobody cares.
Oh, they'll judge me on Twitter, that's for sure.
So what? I'm afraid of Twitter tweets.
No, I think like I think it's definitely really cool to see like speed running on Twitter. Or that's not Twitter, but like speed running in general. And I feel like you get to learn a lot from it as well, like how to do certain hunts, and like one of the best ways to go about the weapon or something like that. I don't know. There you go. Which
Some
is
people look at it like that. Other people
Some.
look at it like, you're a toxic elitist and you're trying to tell us how to play our weapon. There's 2 different ways that people look at it.
Bro, that one big time cat took a video of our podcast and was mocking us for talking about that shit. Don't you remember? What was his name?
No.
269? He was mocking you, me, and T for talking about it one time we were talking about that shit.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, dude, that was on
Hey.
Twitter.
At least you watched the podcast.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, even the big timers do like try to complain about how they're not good at this game or whatever, and like attack people. Like, a lot of cope, man. A lot of cope. A lot of cope. A lot of cope.
I don't care. Yeah.
oh my gosh. The new training area. Bro.
Dude, that looks sick.
Yeah.
Alright, dude, the new training area looks dope. Like, did you see you could set it up like a fucking Street Fighter like practice arena. You could tell the monster to do certain attacks.
Really?
And to track your player or don't track or do like projectile attacks or do stomps or whatever. Like there's a video on it and you could do anything in the arena. Like it looks so good. I cannot wait to play in the new like little training ground shit. Yeah, I'm hyped for that stuff.
That's hell, like the whole thing targets like with the LBG and the HBG, like you said, targets like move around and everything. You have to shoot at them.
Oh my god, I
Yep.
thought you said target LBGT and my brain just went somewhere else. I was like, what the fuck did you just say out loud? I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
I feel like every time I would do like a stream that was like LBGTA, like it would get flagged as something different.
Bro, I'm the most like open
not a
person. I don't
TA
care what
one.
anybody does, and I'm so afraid that because I'm so open, I'm gonna say the wrong fucking thing. Like, dude, fuck. I don't even want to talk about it. All right, drink. Let's drink. Oh shit. I've been drinking straight fucking whiskey. I didn't even pour this shit in there. Oh man.
Good. I've been drinking
I didn't even know I
whiskey.
fucked up.
fucking
Y'all got me all fucked up, being all stupid and shit. Talking about dumping this shit.
Fucking kid.
boys over here with nothing.
Alright. What? Y'all were like, I'm gonna drink. Like, we got skies on. We're gonna get fucked up. And then I'm the only one drinking. Fem's like, I got no wine. Phemeto literally said, I don't have any more wine. Remember that 40 minutes ago, he said, I don't have wine. I'm not letting anybody go tonight. Nope.
I have a glass of wine. That's it. But like when I move out, I'll have more drinks for sure. Like that's just.
You're fine. You get the pass. Fem goes, I got no wine. He's on camera with 93 wine bottles. I got no wine. I have no snare in my headphones.
No,
I have no snare in my headphones.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh shit, wrong button. My bad.
Good job, man.
Shut up.
Any hoozle.
Anyway, we're fine.
Anyone else got like any wish list items or things for Rise before?
I got a wish list. Can y'all drink?
2 out of the 3 of us can.
I gotta stream again tonight. Y'all just sitting here just bitch sipping. I'm over here about to fucking throw up a lung. Fuck.
I'm drinking a lot tonight, and then I gotta get up and go.
He claims it. He claims it. We don't know what the fuck's going on.
Holy shit. No, but what were we talking about?
I'm drunk.
Training area.
I'm gonna go bop a bunch of Koreans on the ladder and make them go cry to their moms. So I ain't worried
No, I
about it.
lost track of time.
Do some big things tonight. All right, here, let's talk about this. This is something that's actually big while it's on my mind. We all have played a lot of the series, right? And there's a lot of great that has come out of it. If there was one thing that you want in Rise, one thing above all, what's the first thing that comes to your mind that you would want in the actual game? Now, I know mine's Aerial Greatsword, and I won't get that. And I know that, but I gotta say that out loud. What about you guys? Skull, Fem, what's the one thing, honestly, that you want? Like, what would make that game literally be the game that you have no problem knowing that you're gonna play like 2,000 hours?
Gosh, I was gonna say cross-platform, but I don't know. I mean, there's like been rumors and everything about it being on PC and other platforms. I don't know. There's been
I
rumors.
think it'll just be on PC. I think it'll be switching PC.
Yeah. Do you think it'd be cross-platform at that point then, or do you think it'd just be exclusive?
It would be really great if it was. Like, cross-platform would be amazing. But they're definitely not going to cross-save. If anything, there's no way you'll be able to do that. But I don't think it's going to have cross-platform. I mean, they didn't even do cross-platform with like GU for because they didn't come out on the 3DS, I guess. But like Double Cross had a cross-platform from the 3DS and the Switch, but like we didn't even get that for the GU. So it's like I don't know if they'd even care like that much about it, to be honest.
What took more lives, Clutch Claw or COVID?
Clutch Claw.
Right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I say that, and I had COVID twice. Okay, so deal with it.
Oh my god. Clutch Claw killed me. It definitely fucking killed me. I went from having like my whole life devoted to this goddamn game, and then Clutch Claw came out and just slapped me in the face. God damn.
I would say though, wishlist for Rise, I want multiplayer systems that actually make me want to hunt in a party with people.
No flinching.
Yeah. When in Rise, oh my god, dude. 4-player in the Rise demo, like everyone was just slapping each other around. It was ridiculous. They gotta do something about that. Like that can't be in the actual game.
Like maybe like a specific slinger or specific ammo that like shoots the other player to get them out of like a state where they're like they can't do anything. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Or something
they'll
like
probably
that.
have flinch tree, so we can socket that in. But I don't want to have to socket flinch tree in to not get knocked around by everyone else. But even outside of that, I just want a system that makes me want to do like gathering hub stuff and hunt with other players. Because there was no reason to do it in World. Yeah, it was fun to hunt with your friends, like whatever. But there's no, like, it was just harder. It was harder for no other reason. I just would like it to be more either rewarding or easier to do, because you know trying to go through SOSs and go through the halls and all that stuff was just a huge pain. I just want a better multiplayer system. That's all I want.
I want you to drink more than anything.
Oh, okay.
That's what I want. Like if I could like just choose one thing, it would only be that. Just one, bro. Just one. I'm out here giving my liver every episode, and I can't be the only one.
TSC got pretty fucked up when he was on, I think.
We all blacked out on that episode.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Am I gonna be the one driving you guys home?
Yep.
Thank God we're already home. School, you're on the East Coast, right? You're like,
Yes, sir.
whereabouts in the East Coast are you?
I live in New Hampshire, so like I live pretty much right near New Jersey and Boston.
Okay. So you're not too far. I was like, I've been trying to get a time where I can fly out to the East Coast, because I know Faye and Moko and I think Herney and a couple other people over there. We got to do like a Monster Hunter gathering.
I would love to.
Monster Hunter Con. We
honestly.
talked about that. Getting in and doing a fucking
Talk about it all the time. So Monster
the
Hunter
charity
Con.
thing. No, we could do a
Do
charity
the
thing for it.
fest? The fest was amazing. Did you not go to the fest? No, you didn't go to the fest.
No, I couldn't go. I had to work that weekend, and I didn't want to take more time off because it's like a 9-hour plane flight for me to go from the West Coast to the East Coast with like the fucking layovers. And like, so I would have had to take the Friday off work and fly out Friday, and then have to fly off Sunday and come back Sunday night, and probably take Monday off work. And it was just like it's a huge thing, and I didn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got to do one like that's not Capcom sponsored, and we just do like a charity event, kind of like a GDQ kind of thing.
Yes.
But we just do all Monster Hunter shit.
Yes.
Like all Monster Hunter, different Monster Hunter games. Like do full game speed runs. We'll grab Shepard or whoever. We'll do full game runs. We'll do like tournament like style.
Bro, think about how much money you could raise if you did this. Imagine if you had like you have 2 runners, right? 2 people going at it. Chat picks the weapon for each one and then picks the monster and then throws money on it or does whatever to raise for charity.
Yeah, like
that's exactly how you would do it. You would not let them pick their favorite weapon. You would make them pick any weapon and then you'd have them go at it like some big names. And I think you could raise a lot.
We do that like tournament style bracket down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
just Ranbats, just straight Ranbats.
Games.
Yeah, we could play different games. We could have other people running older Monster Hunter games.
Everyone brings their Switches. We play Rise together. Bro.
Yeah, we can set that up.
It's really not that difficult to do either, as long as you're not trying to profit off of it. If you're just trying to keep it as a thing. And I think Fem and I, if you guys don't remember, we talked about this. We almost had this set up before COVID. We were talking about doing it, and there was a bit of a hiccup because of, well, a worldwide pandemic. So that being said, I do commit to you guys that there's a reason that me and Phemeto have been trying to build out the brand of being friends through this community. Like, I know it sounds corny to always go back to that, but this is a game that has spanned 10 years for a lot of people. Like, it really has. There is a lot to come from this game in terms of growing with it. So look forward to that. It's not dead yet. It's not dead in the water. It's just on hiatus, and it's on temporary status. But you are going to get that from me and Phemeto, 100%. We will get that going off the ground. That's my commitment to you guys. So
it'll be like a games done quick kind of like event type of thing where we just like kind of all group up together. The big like Monster Hunter content creators.
We've
just
already
like
looked into the tax stuff. As long as none of us take, we cannot take the money. We can't be the intermedium for the money. We've looked it up specifically.
Oh, yeah.
It has to go directly to the foundation. We can't take it and then pass it off.
So we could do like we can go to like a hotel, rent out like a big room in a hotel, like those things do, and then everyone could just have like their hotel room, and then we could do like a charity event. And I gotta say, we did that St. Jude charity event for our charity hunter stuff with TDS and a couple people last year, and they all gave us some fucking awesome socks. They gave like, we all got socks from St. Jude, and I gotta say those socks are the comfiest socks I've ever had. I fucking love those socks.
Oh,
Well,
they gave you stuff?
I think it'd be really
like
cool to
after
do
we
it.
did like our charity event, they said, "Hey, thanks for the charity," and then we didn't even know. I just got a fucking package one day, and they sent us a pair of socks, and they said, "Hey, thanks for your raising the money for St. Jude," and I was like, "And these socks are fucking awesome. I love the socks so much."
That's so cool.
That was great. I wasn't expecting it, but I was gonna say St. Jude's a great organization to do charity stuff for.
I think I would feel really good if we did that.
The only charity event I did, like, this was my first a charity event I did recently, was the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and we raised over like 5,400, which was insane, like for like a first charity. But yeah, that was my first one, and that was awesome. I don't know. I'm all for doing charity stuff if we're like gonna be doing like a huge event with it. 100%.
It sounds corny to say, because if you're like talking it like in a vacuum, it sounds like you're just trying to be like in a somebody taking advantage of a situation. But like honestly, I think like a group effort to go behind and say, look, man, we don't know what charity we would even put it before, right? But we could we could pick something, and like all of us put in our combined effort. I don't think any of us are trying to make a buck off each other. I don't really think that's really what the Monster Hunter community is trying to do. I mean, like they make money off their own stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I think we just focused on really just the gameplay. We didn't bring any messages into it. It was just like, look, y'all want to see some fun gameplay? Y'all want to see a bunch of people do a bunch of crazy shit? Do you want to see Jin make everyone smoke weed and then pass out while he beats all of them in the speed run? Then yes, this would be the
charity event.
What?
I don't think that'd be allowed.
Yes, you can. It's medicinal. It's 100% behind charity. I don't want to hear that.
Okay, fair enough. But I actually want to get everyone together, because like, yeah, we do, like, they have the Monster Hunter fests every now and then, but like, I want to get like us together, like an actual community event together. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah. It's not that difficult either.
100% down for that. No.
Yeah. I'll have to wait for this country to open back up. because I don't think we can travel.
We can't. You see
No,
what Canada said? I was gonna say we do in
man.
Canada. Canada shut down today. They said fuck America.
Well, they've said that for a while.
No.
Yeah,
Now
we can't
go look at it. It's like, dude, if you don't have like a stamp that says like I don't have COVID, like on your hand, like you can't go. Like it's so retarded. I mean, that's not really
Well,
the
no
thing, but
country is accepting Americans. We can't leave the country for like 5 years.
that's just.
We just can't.
What if I go by? What if I swim across the lake?
Go for it. Let me know how that goes.
Shot. I'm too fat.
Yeah.
And then I would get shot and I would drown. I would just float. They think I'm so fat they think it's like a dead sea otter. And they would just let me like just fall down. Like, oh God, no one would ever find my fucking corpse. My wife's laughing at me because she heard me just talking about how fat I am. That's cool. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm fat. I'm overweight. I'll deal with it.
That's
Cheers.
what happens in COVID life, man.
I'm actually not fat. Fuck you, man. You're supposed to be a supportive friend. What the fuck? I'm jacked and I'm swollen. You're sitting here letting me think I'm. This is why I'm all fucked up in the head, man. You're sitting here letting me feel like I'm a piece of shit.
No one has to bring me down a couple.
I call you my hetero life mate. You're like, oh yeah, Jin, you gained about 15 pounds. Fuck you.
Dude, you're sitting there like.
I'm gonna drink myself in this fucking.
Above everyone else. If it wasn't for me bringing you back down to reality, you'd be like, I'm a fucking god amongst mortals.
I lost to a 9-year-old in the last Pokemon tournament. A 9-year-old. I have no ego. Please. Please, I'm trash. I'm washed. I'm beyond washed. I didn't want to hear it. I don't want none of that bullshit. Let's go.
I go with people that are like, I am so good at this game, and then like a fucking 12-year-old.
I'm bad at everything. I'm bad. I'm the worst. Cheers, except for drinking.
Nah.
Let's drink again.
You're amazing, man. I think.
Oh, I know. I'm just kidding. Fem's just trying to knock me down with his fucking voodoo. I almost put a J on that one for you, Fem, just so you know. And I watched it. I didn't say
That
it.
voodoo, that doo-doo.
Yeah, you said it. You said it. I didn't say it.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get too fucking crazy here, is there any other questions, answers, things you want to talk about, Skoy, before we depart? Because we've been at this for almost 2 hours now.
Oh shit, have we?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's what's up. You'll get me
oh.
fucked up, so I gotta go deal with my family. That's the plan, huh?
No, you gotta go stream.
Get me all fucked up and let me. I'll fucking stream when I want. I'll do what I want. I want to keep talking to the Swedish
I
prince.
forgot we're live, huh?
Yeah, we are live, bro. I'll do whatever I want here.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
We got one of the best looking. I pointed this way. I meant to point this way. I was gonna say something about Scotch being good looking, but I got drunk and I wanted to finish my drink before I finished the sentence. So I'm sorry, Scott.
I was prepared to hear that then. To tell me.
Oh my god.
Nah.
Anything you want to shill? Anything you want to say?
Plug yourself.
Anything.
Plug yourself.
How do you guys think it's gonna change with the decorations or if they're even gonna use decorations?
I know
with the
how.
skills in the
It
game?
got leaked.
Without
Well,
leaking.
I don't know how. I hope it returns to old world style where you could just buy decorations with monster parts.
Are
and
you
have to
trolling?
get
You're on the
charms.
Discord.
Jen, I've been so engrossed in Path of Exile.
I'm drunk. I was just asking. I didn't know. I'm like,
anything on any Discord ever, like in the past.
I'm just saying, like, if I look back there and I see a reaction fem face on the thing, I'm gonna be like, you're a liar. You're a liar. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm gonna see a reaction.
Oh, look, I have not been on Discord like at all. I have been, like I said, dude, 150 hours into this Pro League that came out last
And I
or 2
believe
weeks
you.
ago.
I'm just saying, if there's a
Like,
reaction emoji,
I am not keeping up with the Rise stuff like at all. I'm waiting
We
for that
need
second
your-
demo.
We need your cycle through PogChamp emo, man. Come on.
Right. Twitch is such a nightmare.
God, I'm gonna have to smoke so much weed over the next hour just to sober up for the next stream. Like, goddamn.
Oh my god.
So what about you, Skoy? What do you think about the decoration thing?
I don't know. I feel like they're still going to include decorations and everything, because I feel that is one of the, compared to charms, from what I've heard at least, is one of the more fun ways to grind for skills and everything. I don't know.
Agree. I think
Disagree?
charm farming was better than decoration farming. Well, it depends on the game, actually. Charm farming in like Gen and GU was literally mining or cutting a Brachydia's tail off for like 700 hours.
Mhm.
But in For You, doing 140 guild quests, that was way more fun. I like that shit. Like World was just You fight the same 4 Elder Dragons 700 times until you get your stuff.
You mean Teostra?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fight Teostra, and
It just also got to the point where you have everything, so you just kind of if you get a decoration you don't have, you're just like, oh shit, I could use that now, or something. Like if you, I don't know. I don't know. Or at least I just got lucky. I don't know.
well, it's like I would like a return to the style where you could make a decent set because you could buy decorations that were actually usable. Most of the decorations you could just straight buy from vendors in old games, but then you had to get a good charm to like totally min-max. But like even with an adequate charm that's just like, here's a 3-slot charm with a couple points into a skill, you'd be like 1 skill off your like meta set, which isn't that big of a deal. That'd be like in World, be like, okay, I don't have a meta charm, so I have like crit I5 rather than crit I7.
What if they did something? Sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it. That was
What if they did something where it was just like Brachydios has a higher % chance to get this type of decoration?
That's what I want.
I'm fine with that.
I want like you want to hunt specific monsters that drop slightly higher chances at specific decorations.
Yes.
Because that would force you to go out and hunt different things depending on what you're looking for.
Yep.
Not I'm gonna fight fucking Temper Teostra for 300 hours kind of thing.
But that's what you did. Until they did Lavathia.
Yeah, until we did Lavathia.
The name's Lavathia.
He's gonna be in the game, isn't he? I fucking hate that Giratotus is in the game because that means we get fish and fucking Lavasios is gonna be back. I just fucking know it. Oh, I'm gonna be so pissed off if he is.
Oh, he's gonna be back. You know it. You know he's gonna be back.
I don't want him back at all. The weird thing is because his Gen version was good. I liked Gen Lavasios. He was not too bad. But Worlds was just a fucking nightmare.
Just use Bo.
It's a good way to look at it, just use Bo.
But he hardened his fucking like his scales cooled down or whatever, and then he did like no water damage, and it's like great, thanks.
I'll agree with what Chad's saying. Lavathia is literally the worst monster ever in any video game that has ever existed over the past 35 years of video games.
He is
They didn't say that last part. I actually added that myself, but I just wanted to make sure that
No, I figured.
Yeah, I'm in that with them 100%. Like
I like it.
1,000%.
The fun part was that during Iceborne, you never had to fight him for any story stuff either. So like,
Yeah,
after
no one knew.
World, there was no point in fighting
No,
Lavasios
nothing.
ever. Like he's just there.
His gear could have been the best in the game, and no one knew until Iceborne. Nobody, not a single
The
person.
layer
Nobody
looks
killed him.
cool.
I said the layered looked like the best armor in base world. It looked awesome, especially if you could change the color on it.
Godlike.
Yeah, it was
that
badass.
like gladiator look.
Yeah, it was swole too. It was like thick, had like the fire underneath it, like not fire, but like the orange to yellow kind of color. It was dope, dude.
Yeah.
It's like fucking
Uh,
Madara Uchiha from Naruto, just going at it.
Yes, that's actually very accurate. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good stuff. But they were like, no, you can't have layered armors. We'll wait till Fatalis before you can get layered armors.
I felt like that was silly. They well knew like how good the layered the functionality was.
They knew how bad people
game.
wanted that. They knew, dude. That's all people wanted. Everyone wanted that. Nobody
That's
wants
why
to play the
every
character they
fucking
don't
mod on the PC version is just fucking clothing, layered armors, layered weapons.
Day
It's
one,
still-
literally day one, they're like, play as anyone else. Like,
Yeah, it was day one. Here's your layered armor mod. Pick whatever you want. Like, great. Fashion Hunter is true meta.
Gosh, I was gonna say something. No, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, it sucks. What do you got? Something.
Cross-platform. I think that like
that would be dope.
world and everything in Iceborne. I think that like from what I've heard, the only reason why they couldn't do it is that I forgot what it was, but like they literally like could not do it. I forgot what the exact.
Oh shit, there's a lot of games that have cross-platform. Fucking Dauntless has cross-platform with Steam and Switch and whatever.
That's what happens when they first came out with the game, though. But I'm talking about like with Iceborne and everything. They had it on console first, and then they port the same like system into PC or something. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
it
what that was.
Yes.
yeah, it was like a future port later. Yeah.
So I don't know why. I don't know.
I mean, Rise is gonna be the same way. We're gonna have staggered release again, so we'll have the same thing as World, where it's gonna come out 9 months later, and then all the event quests are gonna be offset from each other. So it's like they'll never be totally synced up.
Are we gonna get skippable cutscenes?
Yes.
I fucking hope so.
Yes.
I will do full game speed runs if we have skippable cutscenes.
We do. We have them.
For sure.
Yes. They said that. specifically in the text. Even I know that one.
Okay, well I didn't know that one. If we have skippable cutscenes, fucking great. I will try to
Like-
learn full game runs.
Is that main cutscenes or is that
Yes.
like?
So you don't have to see the first one anymore before you do whatever. No, you can now finally skip.
I'm skipping every cut. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
no,
I'm skipping
the
every
cutscenes are
single
actually
one.
really nice. They're actually pretty nice though. They show off the monster pretty well. I feel like.
They do a good job of it. I just don't want to wait for it. I just fight the monster. That's all.
Well, it's cool. It's just that when you're playing, the story for the third or fourth time because you played it like once, and then you did like a streaming view for like playing it again, and then you had to go and do it on PC, and like you're just like, okay, I've seen this like 6 times. Let's fucking go. I don't want to watch Zora Magdaros crawl through a fucking valley for 30 minutes because that whole fight's just a cutscene.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't really learn like Monster Hunter full playthroughs, because half of it was just waiting on cutscenes, and I was like, my sanity, man.
Like there are a lot of people that are doing Monster Hunter World like speedruns right now, and that's like one of the few things you can really go for and do with the amount of content that's out right now. But I don't know. I just I'm right with you. I can't really. I don't know if I could play the game like that many times while watching the cutscene every time. It's just like
I couldn't.
It's so long. Like literally half the game is cutscenes.
yeah. You could just be. It could be like or Marvel, where it's just like, oh, he's about to do the thing, and he's coming in from this direction. There you go.
Yeah.
You could be the super Monster Hunter fan. Yeah.
Anything else, Scotch, that you want to plug before we head out for the evening? I appreciate you being here in Phemeto. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with me tonight. This has been an absolute awesome time for the past 2 hours, and I'm not gonna lie, I laughed a lot. This was good. So thank you.
Oh my
everybody.
gosh, I laughed like a whole bunch this podcast. Thank you guys so much for inviting me. By the way, I really do appreciate it. It's an absolute pleasure.
No problem.
Anytime you wanna DM me on Twitter or Discord if you wanna do another one. I got Moko lined up for a second one, and then I'm sure TSC will do another one. And then me and him and Dave are gonna do one, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, whatever you guys want, I'm always willing to hang around and drink and chat Monster Hunter. So
Hell yeah, I'm always down.
He means me, TSC. He doesn't mean Diva. He means me. Don't worry. Don't you worry on that one.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
I'll talk to all of you soon. God bless everyone. Fem, anything else?
No, I don't really have a whole lot. I know I'm not really streaming or doing much lately. I'm just waiting for like the Second Rise demo. But yeah. No, nothing for me. Don't bother watching my YouTube or my Twitch. Just leave me alone, and then I'll be back eventually.
Yeah, we're putting it up on YouTube, Drock. He's gonna put it up here tonight.
Yeah, I'll upload it.
I'll plug myself in? I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Plug whatever you
Yeah,
want.
plug
Man. Talk
yourself.
about yourself.
Say like your shit. I'm gonna put you on all the YouTube stuff.
Absolutely.
So don't worry about that. But yeah, plug what you gotta plug.
Oh shit. Yeah, I guess check me out on Twitch. Everything is Skoj Skull, SKOJ Skull, and I do a lot of YouTube content revolving around the Monster Hunter and with Genshin Impact as well. And I have my own merch, and we have our own podcast, Free to Podcast. Yeah.
Okie dokie then. Yeah,
There's the plug.
Later. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. We will go ahead and call it now, and we'll see you, I don't know, probably next week. And I'll see you guys back in about an hour after I go smoke and sober up. So I'll see everybody soon. Love, peace, and chicken grease, and I'll talk to you soon.
Much
All
love,
right,
you
peace,
guys.
people. See you, Skoy.
Bye.